both offense and defense, and they're hoping that a former conference opponent in the Panthers will help them get things rolling. But we know about Clark Atlanta, what they've done on offense. They are super high-powered, and John Kelly has more.
All right, James, we get things rolling with He Got Game, brought to you by Jeep. And today, we double your pleasure with They Got Game, focusing on Clark Atlanta's dynamic duo of David Wright and Armon Harris. Trust me, these brothers are big-time box office. They've already connected on 6 touchdowns this year, and they bring a very, very rare and long-running chemistry. It started back in their hometown of Tampa Bay, Florida. That's where they played flag football and high school ball together. They went to Allen University, and now they bring their game to Clark Atlanta, and trust me, these Falcons very happy to have that in their mix. So today, keep an eye on number 3 to number 1 all day long, working very hard to light up that scoreboard. For what's happening on the other side of the ball, let's send it over to Laurencia Moten.
Watch out for Darnell Dees, because this guy has serious game. Coach Woody told me that he wants his team to play Daytona Speedway fast, and Dees is the perfect example of that. He already has 6 career touchdowns, breaking the school record, and he's only 1 away from breaking the NCAA record in both FBS and FBS schools. Now, guys, this young man is a serious game breaker. Let's check him out.
Yeah, Laurencia, when you think about Darnell Dees, he took one back on the first half last week versus Western Michigan, then started the second half with a kick return touchdown. So he is very special. He just wants an opportunity today. The quarterbacks are ready. Mascots are ready. It's time for the matchup on HBCU Go.
As a prosecutor, I never asked a victim or a witness, are you a Republican or a Democrat? The only thing I ever asked them, are you okay? And that's the kind of president we need right now. Someone who cares about you and is not putting themselves first. I intend to be a president for all Americans and focus on investing right now in you, the American people. And we can chart a new way forward. I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
So, what did you think of the pitch I emailed you?
Yes, the one that you emailed me. I remember the pitch. Oh, Dog Days. What a title. Here we are. Very Victorian, which I loved. Unique relationship is formed. I love unique relationships.
With a twist.
I know, because I read it.
Great. I'm going to tell them you're interested.
Whoa, it's the Capital One Bank guy.
That's me.
Could we get a selfie?
Of course. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Ooh, that's a keeper.
So, what do you do outside of the Capital One Cafe?
What do you mean?
Like when you go home or...
Sleep tight. Don't let the overdraft fees bite. What's in your wallet?
So it's going to come down to this.
Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute. There's a flag on the play.
A beautiful afternoon in Daytona Beach, Florida. 87 degrees, a little warm, partly cloudy, and almost ready for this matchup between two teams that used to be in the SIAC. The only time they ever met was back in the SIAC. Currently, one of the top coaches in the SIAC, Teddy Keaton, coming from Allen now in his first year with Clark Atlanta. And Coach Keaton has a great mindset, and his team has really played to that mindset.
James, I love what he is all about. He's about empowering his players, giving them tools for life and football. And on the other side of the ball, you know about Raymond Woody.
Yeah, Raymond Woody Jr., he's in his second year. They won their last 2 games last season, and now they're trying to look at their first win this season. This ball is back, and it'll be a touchback. Coach Keaton said it yesterday. Don't kick to Darnell Dees.
Wise words. The man is lethal.
Today's starting lineup are brought to you by Ford. Built Ford proud. You see the starting offensive line for Bethune-Cookman, and they've struggled to rush the ball this season, so that's going to be one of the big keys for them on offense.
Yeah, definitely. They want to get that going, and this is like one of those heavyweight bouts, James, where you want to knock a few blows out early but kind of set things up. But if they can get some balance on here, maybe put some points on the board, their big goal now is to get into that win column. Let me know if y'all think it's going Cookie.
Starting quarterback, Cameron Ransom. Quick throw out the left side. Courtney Reese. Good pickup on first down as he's pushed out of bounds. Starting man is Ransom, the transfer from McNeese. And for Ransom, he's still looking for his first passing touchdown. And he's a young man that had a couple of rushing touchdowns. And he is going to try to run this offense Daytona Speedway fast.
Absolutely. Still trying to lock down that QB1 spot.
On second down and 3, reverse. A little reverse, but Clark Atlanta is all over that. Marquise Sherman with the tackle for a loss.
Yeah, the big man. Yeah, I love what he is, 6'2", 253. And watch, he does not buy into this reverse at all. He comes storming in and just corrals him, pulls him down, makes it look easy. Malik Huggins didn't ever have a shot to even think about turning that corner. Great defensive pressure.
So Bethune-Cookman was on schedule. Now they're a little late behind the chains on third down this season, just completing 14%. And this is a third down and long. Ransom slings out to the left. Catch is made. Huggins making moves and takes it for a first down.
James had not. How about Malik Huggins looking slippery, slimy, and grimy out there? Watch this catch. Then little dance, little two-step, back, forth, slipping people, picking up big yardage. Crucial play early in the game, but you want to set the tone, get this offense going. They did that on that play.
22-yard completion to pick up the first down. Reese gets another chance. He's hit in the hole, but still gains positive yardage towards the 50. Curtis Way, the defensive end from McDonough, Georgia, makes the tackle. Second down and manageable.
Yeah, they'll take that all day long. Up the middle, 5 yards a pop. That's what you want to do to establish that run game that sets up your pass game.
Quick throw. This time Omari Stewart gets a chance. He'll pick up a first down. As we take a look at the defensive starters, multiple guys from Allen. This starting lineup is brought to you by Ford, built Ford proud. And when you have multiple guys from your past school, there's a lot of continuity, but also some transfers like Solomon Mosley from Fort Valley State that bring a different type of energy.
Key is mix.
Another quick throw out the left side. Stewart gets the grab. He's brought down at the 40. In plus territory, Artelius Edmond makes the tackle, but Bethune-Cookman currently moving the ball. You have the third down and long. You complete that, and now you feel like they have some belief in themselves on this first drive.
Yeah, a little bit, and that's what head coach Raymond Woody Jr. wants to see, some balance so he can keep his offense on the field and not make his defense work so hard.
Ransom on the run, and Ransom, nice little shoulder as he gains that first down.
Yeah, Cameron Ransom, he is a big guy, 6'3", 220 pounds. He knows what to do to run the ball when there's contact. Yeah, he ain't afraid of it. Bringing the wood on that one, showing people I can flex up at the end, beware.
Yeah, Marcus Anderson got the worst of that. Now, another quick throw. Stewart has it. And those gates almost opened up for him to make a long gain, but Marcus Anderson once again on the tackle, had 3 last week, has his second on this drive, but another manageable second down for Bethune-Cookman.
Very consistent attack. I like how Cameron Ransom is really working this, feels confident, comfortable in that pocket, finding his receivers, also spreading it all over the field, keeping the defense off balance.
Yeah, tight end Marcus Velez had a good block. Now Ransom on the quarterback.
Slippery.
Power off the left side. Ransom once again laying another boom. He's not going to go easily. There is a flag on the play. Marcus Anderson was the one that pushed him out. We'll have to see what this flag is. It's a first down right now.
Holding. Offense, number 11. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Second down.
That's what you call a momentum killer. But what I like is the aggressiveness coming from BCU and also Ransom. Lowering the shoulder, we could hear James, his helmet popping up here, and he's delivering the blows.
And you know this means something to him as we take a quick look at the hold and just opening up on the left side by Josteen Clark as Ransom got around the bend. So 2nd down and 6 on play action. Ransom throws on the wheel, has a man, touchdown, Bethune-Cookman, Courtney Reese with the catch.
That is what you call play action perfection. Watch Cameron Ransom on this one. He sets this up. He gets the defense to bite in the middle, faking it up the gut to number 6, and then he just kind of bleeds around the side. The nice touch leading him right to the end zone. Ring it up. Bethune-Cookman on the board first.
24-yard passing touchdown, and now Cameron Ransom has his first passing touchdown of the season with Bethune-Cookman. Cade Hetcher for the extra point. It's up and good. Bethune-Cookman leads 7-0 on top of Clark Atlanta.
James Woody Jr., the head coach, got to be happy with the home cooking. Ransom dropping it off to his man. 6 points, taking the lead at home.
HBCU Go Sports, providing head.
I'm going to be showing you some of my most memorable adventures.
Okay, let's go.
What a face!
Oh my goodness!
Demon Fry! This is why you live like this.
I'm so happy to be with you. Muchas gracias.
It is, in many ways, a perfect love story.
We cover all the angles. We report the facts. We find clarity. PBS is here, delivering the credible, reliable, thoughtful election coverage you need to make informed decisions. PBS, your trusted election source.
And I was very sure of my voice.
Sit down one-on-one with black people who dominate the game.
Because I was older. And, you know, a lot of times, those years that they take to find your voice, we're talking about kids. People start at 19. It takes them 10 years to just figure themselves out. By that time, I had gone through the fire, and I'm pretty sure about myself, what I think, my POV, how I feel about things, and it's pretty unwavering at this point.
Right here on The Griot. Check your local listings.
Just like they drew it up, 10 plays, 75 yards in 4 minutes and 35 seconds. Bethune-Cookman with their taking the lead on top of Clark Atlanta.
Yeah, man, you know, after starting out 0-3, you want to find some way to get some positive energy and really start to work it. You come out, opening drive of your home game here, and you set the tone. So great start for the Wildcats. Now we get a chance to see what the Panthers can do and trying to recalibrate and see if they can set up a knockout of their own.
Cade Hector prepares to kick it away. Virgil Young and David Martin back to receive. It's going to roll, and that makes sense. Virgil Young, similar to Darnell Dees, has the ability to take one back. So today's starting lineups on the Clark side are brought to you by Ford. Built Ford proud. Here's the offense for the Panthers that is leading the SIAC, and Armand Harris is going to be a major key along with Jamal Jones.
Yeah, they are fun to watch. These kids grew up together. They know how to connect. They played at Allen University together with head coach Teddy Keaton. Now it's the right connection with Harris. Watch for those guys to go early and often to those two.
Harris split out of the backfield. And you hear David Wright already talking with Armon Harris. It's like they have ESP, know what each other is going to do. Wright, quick throw. This one is caught. And Jamal Jones is the man that makes the reception. You see David Wright, reigning SIAC Player of the Year, and he has thrown for more than 7,000 yards in 3 seasons. He's already been a player that has come back from a gruesome knee injury as a sophomore to then win that SIAC Player of the Year, so he is always ready to get going. Ronnie West makes the catch, himself coming back from an injury last season. We also take a look at this defense for Bethune-Cookman, brought to you by Ford, built Ford proud. And for Bethune-Cookman, they have struggled, to be frank, on defense this year. They played the 13th toughest schedule in D1, so that plays into it, but they are going up against a high-powered offense right now.
Yeah, and they'll want to try and shut down their drive early so they can establish this defense, and right now it's a battle up front. We'll see what happens.
Whistles blown, flag on the play, and a false start. So 3rd down and 3 will turn to 3rd down and 8 for Clark Atlanta.
Well, James, we know that this team, Clark...
Number 7, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
We know Clark Atlanta, they're all about the air raid. Teddy Keaton makes no excuses about it. He said, we like to throw, we're married to passing, but he also knows by balancing it. We talked about this earlier. Getting that run game established will even open their passing game up even more. You can see early on, they like to spread it out. Short dink and dunks, and they'll come and hit you with that long one. So we'll watch them on this 3rd down right now. They're going to go for it and try to pick up that 1st down, keep those sticks moving.
Marvin Cunningham calling the plays for the first time this year, but Teddy Keaton, he had to give up that responsibility. What does Cunningham have here? Right off the right side, just throws into a crowd, and there were plenty of black jerseys over there. Bethune-Cookman had that bottled up, 4th down.
Nice work by the front line of Bethune-Cookman, getting in there, putting some pressure, making Wright make some fast decisions. And when that happens, you don't get a chance to settle down and make a good throw. But he actually, as you pointed out, threw it into more black jerseys than white jerseys. He's lucky that one didn't get snatched.
Adrian Hall Jr., he's the one that came with the pressure. So this was a struggle back in week 1 for Clark. They had 2 times allowing Fort Valley State to see the ball inside the 20 on miscues on punt operation. And right there we see it rear its ugly head again. Cabrera has to fall on it at the 6-yard line. You see his disgust, and Bethune-Cookman will have the ball in plus territory to start this next drive.
James, this is a soul-crushing turnover right here, deep in your own territory. Just a bad snap. Tried to get up, climb the ladder to get it. Smart move, just getting on the ball. Doesn't make much difference. They still give it over, and now BCU coming up strong, ready to fire within striking distance on that gift.
The only good news in regards to the fact that they gave up those 2 early, easy possessions for Fort Valley State is that they came back in that game and won 45-42. So just if you have an early miscue, doesn't mean you can't come back.
Not the end of the world.
Ransom, hands off. Reese swallowed up. It's Solomon Mosley there defensively. And this is what defensive coordinators always tell their team. Doesn't matter where we are looking at the ball, we have to get a stop.
Yeah, and this is where you get your defense tested. You're on the road, you've given up the ball. If you can buckle down and force just a field goal, that's a victory.
Ransom on the run,
powering,
and he sticks the ball out for a touchdown. Coming off 2 rushing touchdowns last week, gets on the board quickly here versus the Panthers.
I'll tell you what, Cameron Ransom showing he can throw the ball, but also he can play black Superman out there when he needs to get in it. Watch him just buckle down, 6'3", 220 pounds, grinding, fighting, getting that ball across, and then he says, I feel like Clark Kent, you're welcome on the points.
Clark Kent versus Clark Atlanta here.
There you go.
In Daytona Beach. Hector ready to take the extra point. Ball is up and good.
I tell you what, people barely getting settled in the stands with their popcorn and cold drinks, and you watch the Wildcats on fire led by Cameron Ransom fighting, blasting. It's 14-0 at home.
Okay, trainees, let's work on our fast and friendly claim service.
Eyes on the phone now.
Look alive, Drew.
Your repairs have been scheduled. Nice.
Yes, you'll get a rental car on site.
Heads up. Oh, I'm going to turn this down to an 8. My bad.
We can do this all day. Geico claim service is 24/7. Nice catch.
Your claim has been approved. Your claim has been approved.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
With Fairlife Ultra Filtered Milk, you'll want to savor every moment. With 50% more protein, 50% less sugar, and of course, it's delicious. Fairlife.
I have active psoriatic arthritis, but with Skyrizi to treat my skin and joints, count me in. Along with clearer skin, Skyrizi helps me move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. And is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to.
There's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi today. Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
SC Johnson.
8:19 to play in the first quarter. Bethune-Cookman with an early 2-possession lead on top of Clark Atlanta. And now it's time for our fan cam presented by Coke Zero.
Love it.
Hey everyone, I'm here with TJ. She's a freshman here at Bethune-Cookman University, and she is definitely our Coke Zero Sugar fan of the game. Her grandparents met on this very campus, and they made her. Now, TJ, what do you love the most about the football games?
Well, I really love the band and how they come out, play music, and the synchronization, and just the welcoming feeling it brings. I love how the band does something new every time. It's just so awesome, and the cheerleaders and everybody, it's just all nice and welcoming.
And because you're our fan of the game, I want to give you this, a Coke Zero Sugar. Fan work is definitely thirsty work. That looks so good.
You know, on a hot, muggy day like today, man, that goes down real smooth.
Yeah, Coke Zero Sugar is definitely the best Coke ever. Time for
plug.
Always. Bethune-Cookman preparing to kick off with this 14-point lead on top of Clark Atlanta. Panthers have been in this situation before. Came back in week 1. Another dribbler. It's going to get all the way back.
This time a return.
And
not for much.
Clark will have good field position close to the 30-yard line. We take a look at the offensive coordinator, Joe Gerbino. He always talks about the speed and quickness of this offense, and they are making him look really good right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And, James, you talked about the Panthers know about tight games. They've had a couple of nail-biters, and I love the fact that Coach Keaton has told you about how his quarterback sometimes thrives and really locks in whenever he's trailing, so he might be ready to explode.
Yeah, we go back to 2 weeks ago after struggling, went 0 for 6, then rounded off a couple of touchdown drives, and best believe he's looking for Armon Harris in these moments.
Brother digs a challenge and knows how to step up when they need it.
First down from the 28. Handoff, Trayvon Pender trying to get to the edge. Nowhere for him to go.
Yeah, not giving up anything outside there.
Antoine Watts had just 1 tackle last week, gets in the score sheet to start this second drive for Clark Atlanta, a team that coming into today is averaging more than 310 passing yards per game. That's first in the SIAC and 5th in Division II. And so they try to marry the rushing attack with the passing attack. Now have to put the ball in the air on second down and 10.
Yeah, when something works, why go against it?
Right on the roll, and Delancey Tolliver snags that out of the air near a first down.
This is a tight tough pass to get in there. Wright doing a nice job of threading that noodle. And we talked about David Wright and Armand Harris. These two, 6 of their 10 touchdowns through the air, they've connected on. And again, they go way back to their kid days when they used to play in the Sandlot. So they brought it through the ranks all the way up now to Clark, Atlanta, and Teddy Keaton. Happy to have these guys. I'm looking forward to them lighting up. You've seen them a couple games, man. They know how to put on a show.
Yeah, absolutely. Wright going nowhere. He is crunched. Kevin Washington Jr. with the sack.
James Hadnot, that is what you call a monster mash. Just up the middle, says, get out of my way, and puts the hurt on him right there. Actually lifted him up, gave him a little ride, and then pounds him to the ground. This is what they need from their defense, that early pressure. Do not let Wright get into a groove. So by constantly pressuring him, being up in his grill, taking them off their game and not allowing him to burn them on D.
Malik Huggins back to receive. Already a strugglesome start punting-wise for Clark Atlanta, and don't want to have a similar situation here.
Yeah, this one's like, just give me the ball so I can kick it.
Leonardo Cabrera waiting for it. Play clock gone down to 0. So that's a delay of game, and that does not help the cause for Clark Atlanta. And you see Teddy Keaton already has that stroll, has that look on his face, these self-inflicted wounds.
Yeah, man, you know, and when you're on the road especially, when you don't feel like things are going right, the toughest thing is the mental part, the emotional part. Don't start to melt down, don't start to rush.
Perfect snap, Cabrera gets it away. A line drive punt will take a Clark roll, and it will continue to scoot out of bounds. Bethune-Cookman back on offense when we return, leading by 2 scores.
The truth is,
All your spices are in, and we're just going to let it cook.
This is perfect artisan produce.
If you've got nice ingredients and you put them together, you'll end up with a nice supper.
I have a recipe that is going to blow your mind.
Just a few simple steps, and it's made.
Absolutely superb.
I think they look lovely.
My mouth is definitely watering.
That's perfect.
Hope you're hungry.
Recipe.tv takes you to delicious destinations.
Off to my picnic at the Eiffel.
From the street markets of Paris.
There's so much freshness and colour.
To a country kitchen in Ireland.
That's a fabulous dish.
Plus, there's a new chef in the kitchen.
On Paris Bistro Cooking.
And a new season.
Welcome to my Ballynock Cookery School.
Watch it all right here.
On Recipe.tv.
Check your local listings.
I am so ready for this. This is apple butter, and I'm going to use this to make a delicious turnover.
Look at this!
That is true comfort food.
Tortelli di zucca. So simple to make.
This is the perfect snack. And that gooey cheese. As the squash cooks, it just starts to drink up all of that flavor. It's like nothing else you've ever tasted.
Bethune-Cookman leading 14-0 on top of Clark Atlanta. Now let's take a look at today's Did You Know, brought to you by Geico. Okay. Get more with Geico. Bethune-Cookman lineman William Roberts III is the son of rapper and recording executive Rick Ross.
Nice, yes.
And Cross Patton, who's a running back for Bethune-Cookman, is the son of rapper and producer Big Boy. So
got some flavor out there.
The South definitely has something to say here in Daytona, Florida.
That's right. Bringing that funk, bringing that groove. I love that. Now, maybe we'll see one of these cats up in the stands. Rick Ross sighting. Anybody see Big Boy? Keep us posted. We'll track him down.
Absolutely. And we'll definitely see the bling before we see them for sure with the way the sun is popping. Talking about going off right now, starting 7 for 7 is Cameron Ransom through the air. And that is a catch made by Marcus Velez. A second down and manageable, and quickly 3 down to the bottom of the screen for Bethune-Cookman. Oh, this is D's. First time he's gotten a touch today. Nowhere for him to go. They'll lose a yard, will the Wildcats. Quickly 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, they moved him from DB over to running back because he's such a great return specialist. Raymond Woody saying we need to find ways to get the ball in his hands. This is the way they do that in the backfield. But the way that Cameron Ransom's flying right now, all they got to do is let him fly.
Officially 3rd down and 7. And Ransom will take his time and take a look to the sideline. Get the call from offensive coordinator Joe Gerbino, who's called an excellent game up to this point. 2 touchdowns in this first quarter. Ransom back to throw. Over the top. Darnell Dees with the catch, and no one is catching him. Touchdown, Bethune-Cookman.
That was executed beautifully. We just talked about Darnell Dees and his head coach wanting and needing to get the ball into his hands more often. That was a thing of beauty. Ransom with the fake, drops, lets Dees sneak out to that left side, down the sideline, wide open. Watch the nice arc on this, and Dees had end zone in his eyes. Spectacular hookup. I'll tell you what, the Wildcats feeling the magic, putting the hurt on the visiting Panthers.
70 yards in the air. And Cameron Ransom, 8 for 8. He's good money today for Clark Atlanta. Hector with the extra point, 21-0, Bethune on top.
Cameron Ransom, he has been in a quarterback battle today, establishing himself as the firm QB1, drops it to Darnell Dees. It's 21-0, still first quarter, James Hadnot.
It's not just about how you get there, but what you make happen along the way. Introducing the 2024 F-150. A tradition of excellence, where strength and adaptability meet. Your journey, your legacy to define. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
Citi's industry-leading global payment solutions help their clients move money around the world seamlessly in over 180 countries, and help a partner like the World Food Program as they provide more than food to people in need. Together, Citi and the World Food Program empower families across the globe.
Prime Big Deal Days is coming October 8th and 9th. With exclusive savings just for Prime members, you'll feel like a big deal. Shop deals on electronics, fashion, and more this Prime Big Deal Days, October 8th and 9th.
HBCU Go Sports, providing fans with unparalleled access to all the sounds, flavor, and pageantry of historically black colleges and universities, bringing you up close to the exciting action, athleticism, and passion on the field. HBCU Go football returns this Saturday on HBCU Go Sports. The Alabama State Hornets take on the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats, Saturday, September 28th, 3/2 Central on HBCUGO.tv.
The best free streaming service is here. Local Now has everything you need with the channels you love.
This is a game changer.
Local news, national news, TV, and more. Local Now, free TV that starts in your city.
That man Cameron Ransom has been money in the bank today for Bethune-Cookman. They lead 21-0 on top of Clark Atlanta. You see Darnell Dees, who has the 6 return touchdowns, gets his first career touchdown reception, and it's been all Wildcats here early.
Darnell Dees, he's just the guy, you get it in his hands, he knows how to turn it into magic, and he loves big plays. His first touchdown out of the backfield, a 70-plus yard reception, looking and feeling good. I'm telling you, what the Wildcats are putting together right now, they are on a roll. Early first quarter, that's that rhythm, that's that confidence. They've been beaten down for 3 straight games. They come in 0-3 and come out on fire. This can be the kind of game that can change their season, James.
This is absolutely something that they need as a booster, getting ready for SWAC play, as well as taking on teams just trying to keep the morale up as things can start to dwindle. Hector boots it away. Another roller, this one more of a quick pace. Jumps up on Virgil Young. Young trying to find a seam, and Young gonna take it towards midfield. So a great return for Clark Atlanta, and this is definitely a chance to get some motivation for this side, and Laurencia Bowden has more on what Coach Keaton does to help motivate his team.
Yeah, you guys, you know, the theme for this season has been changing the mindset of the Panthers, and to do that, Coach Keaton has implemented a weekly routine where he has 3 influential individuals come and speak to the team every week. Now, I'm going to go down the list of who those individuals are. On Thursdays, he has DeMario Dixon, a Morehouse grad and author of the book Grind, who challenges the team mentally. And then after that, Frank Murphy, a former NFL player, brings his Frank Murphy systems. And to round out the trio, Daniel Buggs, a 17-year NFL vet, focuses on faith. And you guys, it's not just about X's and O's, but Coach Keaton wants his team to have mental conditioning.
Wants to continue to grow young men. David Wright going for it all, looking for Ronnie West, and a diving catch by Ronnie West.
Spectacular. You want to talk about some mental wellness, that's how you get it. You air it out. You let David Wright do the right thing. Ronnie West battling, getting his jersey tucked on, swatting, fighting, diving. That is how you turn things around. Teddy Keaton's team looking to do some big things on this one.
A 50-yard reception by West. Coach Cunningham, the offensive coordinator, said, I go to him in big situations because of his work ethic. David Martin gets it on the pitch. Nowhere for him to go. Gains a yard off the right side. But that is a play, especially for an air raid offense, just to open things up, to give them a morale boost.
Without question, they're all about big plays, and they hadn't had a chance to do that. They came out firing, though. You made the point. This kid likes to do it under pressure. When things aren't going right, Wright can turn it around real fast. Proved it on that one. That's a jump start to your offense.
1-yard gain for Martin. We still haven't heard from Armon Harris today, but I have a feeling that that's not going to be the case for very long. He's currently in the slot at the top of your screen.
We're going to hear from him for sure.
Quick throw off the right side to Jamal Jones, spinning and gaining a first down. Jones is another part of that group that came from Tampa Bay. He played at the rival high school at Armwood, but he's still a part of the bunch.
Yeah, that Tampa Bay water, something that's going on out there. They can make some things happen. And James, to your point, they've played some tough games this season, had to come back. Nothing new to them, so we should not be surprised to see them find that electricity, a little jolt of energy late in this first quarter.
And actually saying that Jones was short by a yard, so on 3rd down, pressure coming up the middle. Wright throws off the right side. Well done by David Martin. Reels it in for the touchdown.
I got to tell you, watch this pass by David Wright. He releases it before his receiver even turns, and then watch the control. David Martin has people in his face, but he concentrates. This is a perfectly placed ball. Wright just lets it fly, and watch Martin right there over his helmet. Keeps the feet in. 6 points. Trying to make it 7 right now. That is perfect. They had a great drive.
11-yard pitch and catch. David Wright loves the moment. He thrives in this moment, and he takes his team right down the field for the touchdown. Leonardo Cabrera to kick the extra points.
what we were talking about, trying to get mentally right, wellness, trying to get your head into this game. That is what you do when you can come out and take control like you know how to run this air raid offense. Trust me, that sideline right now is on fire. Those types of things will get you rolling. They're on top of that game, feeling the magic.
Cabrera, a little shake of the shoulders. Ball is down, kick is up, and it is good. When we talk about ball placement, especially under pressure, this is exactly what we're talking about.
They were bringing that front line right, said no sweat, knew right where to put it. And again, people don't understand the precision and the touch that takes. Look at that, dropping it in right into the bucket, dime on right there. The defense played very, very well, but Martin and Wright, perfect connection. They will be coming back to that play early and often the rest of this game.
That was over the head of Oren Patu. You see the scoring drive and how quickly it takes, taking a page out of that Daytona International Speedway book with a scoring drive under 2 minutes. And Teddy King still with that same look. Still with that same look. He understands it's been around a long time, and he knows the long game. But
now you've talked about this on the pregame stuff. Darnell Dees, a threat anytime he gets the ball, and we've been amazed that coaches still choose to kick to number 5. So let's see what happens with the Panthers. My guess, smart money, don't kick to Dees. And they go right to him.
From the 5, Darnell Dees. And he's hit before getting to the 25. So excellent coverage by the special teams. Our Ford Scholar athlete for Bethune-Cookman is Cameron Ransom. He's their quarterback, majoring in interdisciplinary studies with a 3.41 GPA in his junior year. He's built Ford proud, and Ransom has been phenomenal here. We're still in the first quarter, and he has a couple of touchdowns, hasn't missed a pass, and
making it look like easy money out there.
Almost speechless out
He's
here.
8 for 8 right now, 152 yards passing. QBR rating right now, 342. That's beyond perfection. 2 touchdowns, including a 70-yarder to Darnell Dees. Let's see if they got more gas in the tank.
A little pop pass, so that's going to go down as a completion. There's a flag behind the play. And so we'll see what the result of this play is. Man that got the ball was Corey Turner.
Yeah, just a little flip inside, and they've got some people out in front of him trying to block. Able to pick up some yardage, some positive, but again, this is how they want to do it. Keep the pressure on that defense, and so far that defense is taking it.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both by the offense. Holding. Offense number 50. Holding. Offense number 17. Number 17's foul will be declined. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down.
And this is exactly what Clark Atlanta wants to see. They can start to pin their ears back and try to get back in this game here in the first quarter.
That's right. Deep in their territory. Put that pressure on. Don't let them breathe. Smother them. Keep it down here. Possibly force a turnover at the very least. Make them punt. Get that ball back. Ride that momentum you're building after that great offensive drive.
From the 13, Reese cutting back,
shaking and baking,
staying on his feet, and again, a meeting of the minds.
Literally.
DeLille Wilkins with the tackle.
Yeah, I tell you, big credit to Courtney Reese. That is called chicken salad running right then. Had nothing to do, got out of there, got 9 yards that really should have been nothing. Great piece.
Second down and 11. Ransom on the pump. Nowhere to go, so he'll tuck. Ooh. And again, they are hitting down there on that field. And that was a big-time blow. Brandon Gibbons was there for the tackle, along with Artelius Edmond. Third down.
James, both of these teams going to the woodshed, lighting it up. It is helmet to helmet all day long. It's like the old cartoon. You put a bucket on their head and hit it with a sledgehammer. I know somebody's seen some birds chirping.
Quick throw by Ransom. Turner trying to pick it up. Nice. Gains the first down and is a shoestring tackle away from taking it to the house. Omarion Rogers is the man that saved the touchdown. You see the defensive coordinator, L.C. Cole, and he has not been pleased with his defense as we go under a minute to play in the first quarter. And looks like Clark Atlanta is going to take a timeout just to get everything in order. Bethune-Cookman has done whatever they wanted to on offense throughout this first quarter, and Coach Cole is just trying to calm things down.
Yeah, I can promise you L.C. Cole is happy that Turner did not take that to the house. Turner smelled the end zone, thought he might go, but like you say, a chance to just refocus. Fellas, let's do what we've been doing all season long. Don't get on your heels. And L.C. Cole, University of Nebraska graduate. I actually used to sneak into Husker football games. I grew up in Lincoln, Nebraska, to watch him play back in the day with Isaiah Moses Hip, Jarvis Redwine. L.C. Cole ran into him in the lobby, told him what a big fan I was, and he said, I think I remember you sneaking in our locker room. I said, yeah, I was trying to get your jersey. But he is such the competitor. I think he's 70, 72 years old, still going strong. So he's a beast, and he's the right kind of guy. Old school dog. Let's get this defense back into order. And Coach Keaton said, I love having this cat. He doesn't always listen to me, but I love having this cat on the team because he brings a lot to the table.
And also, Coach Cole gave Coach Keaton an opportunity early on in his career, and so there's that synergy. They know each other, and Coach Keaton also good friends with Johnny Cole, the younger brother of LC, and so it's always a family affair. On first down from the 40, it's Reese, and he breaks a tackle. Ball stays in his grasp as, again, Artelius Edmond was there for the tackle. Second down. Will they get another playoff? We know they want to go fast. 4 wide. Ransom will snap it.
A lot of green.
Over the top.
Wide open.
And a man wide open. Touchdown. Bethune-Cookman. Kobe Stewart to the house.
Excellent job of dancing out of harm's way by Cameron Ransom. And he just found Kobe Stewart out there reading the newspaper, wondering what he was going to post on social after the game. He was all alone, blown coverage. That was easy money for the monster pickup and monster touchdown.
A 56-yard passing touchdown, and Ransom, because of his ability with his legs, scooted out the left side. The defense converged, and he said, I'll just drop it in the bucket. Hector for the extra point. It's up and good, and Bethune-Cookman has 28 first quarter points.
Watch this. Cameron Ransom does a great job. He's been cooking. Could have run the ball. Makes the great decision. This is Kobe Stewart right here. He kind of tries to spin. The DB stumbles on that. He bit on the run, and that was easy money for Kobe Stewart. But again, give Ransom credit for being a threat on the run that drew the defense up and made an easy cakewalk for Kobe Stewart. Here's Ransom right now. You love his legs. I love what he does. He's a threat with the arm, too.
Kobe Stewart, he had one catch for 50 yards this season, now has a second catch for 50 yards. This one is a touchdown.
Big money.
And this, you talk about big money, Cameron Ransom on the day, 10 for 10, 220 yards, and 3 TDs in the first quarter. Also with a rushing touchdown as well. And these numbers are staggering for Bethune-Cookman.
First 3 games under 200 yards today. First quarter, 248. That, James, is what you call feeling the magic. When things go right, you make it right. And he is just clicking on all cylinders. Ground game up in the air. I'm telling you, I don't know if the lottery's legal down here, but go play the lottery, young man. You're on fire.
Delancey Tolliver goes down. Only 1 second goes off the clock, so Clark Atlanta will have to run one more play. And you saw what they did on offense in their last drive, marching right down in the field in less than 2 minutes, but they have to figure something out on defense if they want to stay in this game.
That's the thing. I don't care if the continues lighting it up. If it's a track meet right now and you're trailing 28-7, you can't go exchanging touchdown for touchdown right now. So they've got to continue getting the offensive drive. But to your point, they got to put up a brick wall on defense and quit playing it like Swiss cheese.
Clark will start this from the 22. Wright escapes, and then he is in the arms of Ebenezer Debula, and that is how the first quarter comes to a close. More than 240 total yards for Bethune-Cookman. They lead by 21 on top of Clark Atlanta.
The truth is, HBCU Go football does it big.
Go! Zone touchdown!
Big time catches. Wow! Big hits.
That's how we do it, son! Go get some!
And big moments.
On his way! Touchdown, no flags!
This fall, baby. Go big or go home.
That's what I tell y'all.
Watch on HBCUGO.tv.
Lead. It's deep within. It's in your head and your heart. Leaders are developed from experiences, shared knowledge from guidance, and lessons learned. Leaders are developed at Clark Atlanta University. World-class education with support every step of the way. Ready to lead and positively impact the world? Visit Clark Atlanta University today on campus or online. Clark Atlanta University, where scholars learn and lead.
New on the Gria, masters of the game.
How did you move so fast in terms of learning what comedy is? Because it takes years and years for comics to get seasoned, and you move very rapidly.
I think all the years I wasn't doing it, I was subconsciously studying it.
Okay.
So I understood it as a mechanism and a device. I didn't necessarily understand how I fit into the mechanism of the device, but I got what it was. And then I was very sure of my voice.
Sit down one-on-one with black people who dominate the game.
Because I was older. And, you know, a lot of times, those years that they tell you take to find your voice, we're talking about kids. People start at 19. It takes them 10 years to just figure themselves out. By that time, I had gone through the fire, and I'm pretty sure about myself, what I think, my POV, how I feel about things, and it's pretty unwavering at this point.
Right here on the Grio. Check your local listings.
Catch all the laughs here on the Grio Classics. The Jeffersons.
Oh, hi.
Sanford and Son.
You big dummy.
Different Strokes.
What you talking about, Wiz?
The Cosby Show.
Absolutely.
227.
Mary.
Good Times.
Dynamite.
Old friends. Lots of laughs.
I think we died and went to heaven.
So watch The Grio for timeless comedy. Check local listings.
Climate science, sustainable solutions, Earth champions. Come check us out on Pattern, misspelled on purpose. If you don't know, now you know.
Coach Keaton, you told me pregame that this game was going to be a test, but the theme for this season is mental conditioning. What are you telling your team to keep them uplifted going to the second quarter?
Just do what they do and don't let me come out. Don't let me come out. Keep fighting. We knew what we was up with. We got it. They out-athleted us in certain areas, so we're just going to keep playing and play the next play.
Awesome. Thank you so much, and good luck.
And John, when he said "Don't let me come out," I thought he was talking about himself and his
like
anger.
the animal.
I thought that's what he was talking about. But it made more sense in regards to making sure that they play within themselves
and focus on team instead of me. But yes, when he first said that, I was like, "Uh-oh, coach about to unleash some fire here." But yeah, exactly. And that's how he's trained this team. Focus on what you do inside and help the team effort.
From the 24 on second down and 8, Wright, quick throw, and it's a diving catch made by David Martin. Wright on the day is 7 for 8 with a touchdown, not having a bad afternoon. It's just how can they continue to sustain this drive to keep the offense of Bethune-Cookman off the field?
That's right. Wright has been on the money, but hasn't been that explosive. They had the one nice drive, and the turnover killed him as well. So he's solid. We know at some point he's probably going to be breaking out.
On third down and 2, Wright looking to throw quickly. Now, had a man, almost ran for the first down, thought better of it, but Virgil Young could not reel in the catch. Steven Sparrow was there defensively, and it's tight right now.
Yeah, look, Wright probably could have just run for the first down, but had a man wide open. Virgil Young, just what you don't ever want a receiver to do is run before you catch the ball. You know he wishes he had that one do over, but now they're facing a tough situation here, 4th and short, trailing big.
And had a feeling that this, even though of where the ball is spotted right now, it's more about the scoreboard and also the troubles that they've had in the punting game.
Going for it. At least they're lining up like they want to. And that's where, Coach, Coach Keaton talks about loving what he has in David Wright as the gunslinger. So he knows in tough situations, he knows how to be slippery and can make some things happen. Big plays are kind of in his back pocket at all times.
On 4th down this year, 2 for 5. They lead the SIAC.
Got him to jump. Flag on the play.
And it might be Virgil Young on a false start. They had the defensive end jump, but the lineman didn't jump alongside him.
False start. Offense, number 5. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
So you see, jumping was Dallas Corbett, but because the offensive lineman did not move and Virgil Young moved down on the bottom of your screen, and you see Coach Cunningham and Coach Keaton are furious because they had exactly what they wanted, but they did not execute it.
Yeah, trying to get them on that cadence, as you said, work to perfection with the exception that their guy moved to for the illegal procedure.
So now it's 4th down and 7. Cabrera back to punt. Ball is away. Returnable for Bethune-Cookman. And Wildcats will have the ball inside the 45, near the 43. A nice return by Huggins. And this is where the defense for Clark Atlanta has to stand up.
Absolutely. They need to come through right now and get some stops because we know the quarterback, Cameron Ransom, he's playing like a superhero today, feeling invincible. And so far, his stats are invincible. He is phenomenal. 10 for 10, 220 yards passing, 3 touchdowns in the air, 1 on the ground. He hasn't missed.
Transfer from McNeese, also played at Georgia Southern. He threw just 4 passes at McNeese, and he tapped his chest. Really the only mistake he's made today, mishandling the snap, diving on the ball. You see these numbers, already had a career day. He's only played 1 quarter of football versus Clark Atlanta. Now behind the chains after that fumble snap.
The first even close to being a miscue by Mr. Ransom. 2nd down and long.
From the Clark 47, Ransom slings out wide, caught by Stewart, and Stewart is, what a hit. Seth Brooks lays it.
James, you remember when you were a kid watching Charlie Brown when that pitch would come right back up the middle? That's kind of how this finishes here. He gets hit, and it looks like helmet, shoes, pants, everything goes flying. That was a big boy hit. Look at that. Feet in the air, helmet pops, taking coaches down. I hope he's okay, man. I can feel a little bit of that up here.
Yeah, Seth Brooks is the one that pushed him, but then DeLille Wilkins is the one that administered the blow. 3rd down and 7, a chance for the defense to stand up. And speaking of standing up, 2 offensive linemen jumping early, so it's going to be 3rd down and a little bit longer.
Those are the kind of mistakes and penalties that keep coaches up late at night, pull your hair out, just because they are mental. And I'll tell you, the way that the Wildcats have been playing today, they haven't had a ton of mistakes, but so far on this drive, a mishandled snap, a procedure penalty here. This is what Clark Atlanta needs to start taking advantage of.
Offense, number 89, 5-yard penalty. It's third down.
So you can say...
Our referee, Eric Blunston, giving us the call. So now if you're Clark, do you bring pressure here? Do you step back at the line? What do you do defensively knowing that they're behind the chains?
Well, I tell you what, to me, pressure is your friend on defense. And when you're down, you want controlled pressure, but they need to start applying that kind of weight and make them think on the offensive side. Don't let Cameron Ransom just do what he's been doing. Make him hurt, make him think, make him guess.
Catch is made. Wow. Darnell Dees. And that's a first down on the tunnel screen. And check that. That's Malik Huggins who made the grab. A first down nonetheless for the Wildcats.
Malik Huggins just doing a nice job of springing free, catches the ball in traffic, and then continues on downfield to turn this into a nice chunk of yardage. After a couple of mistakes, he was able to convert this. First down, chains moving in the right direction.
From the Clark Atlanta 30, Wildcats looking for more points after scoring 4 touchdowns in the first half. Cameron Ransom,
look at him go,
takes off, and he dives to the 7-yard line. First down and goal. James Somerset with the tackle.
I can tell you, James, as a former football player, when you are feeling it and everything's working, you feel like you can do no wrong. The only thing Cameron Ransom might need right now is some oxygen. He is hitting on all cylinders, and you can tell it's coming out big time. So after battling for that spot today so far, he's saying, this is my job.
23-yard rush. First down and goal from the 7. Ransom reverses field. Good pursuit made by Regis Bellarmine.
One of the few times today, James, they've been able to corral Cameron Ransom. He sees a little trouble, makes a nice move to get back over, but the defense is right there, ready on the spot, stops him cold.
Omarion Rogers helped out Bellamy with that tackle. Second down and goal. Bethune-Cookman perfect on the day. From the pistol, Ransom sprints out left. Wide open in the end zone. His first incompletion. He was too open. Amari Jones was the man. Third down.
You know he is hurting after he's been just grooving and sliding and gliding. He turns and sees his guy. Oh, this is too easy, but just pulls the thread a little too hard, comes up short, and does not make the connection. You said it, his first incomplete pass of the day, 12 of 13.
Come on, Wildcat fans, let's make some noise.
Third down and goal. Coming into today, the Bethune offense had just 2 touchdowns in the red zone, and they were 2 for 4 on red zone opportunities. They've been much better today. Ransom hit as he throws, and the ball falls incomplete.
Big hit. Wow, Ransom.
Cameron Williams comes in to administer the blow.
Yeah, watch this, untouched, comes up the middle, clean hit. I'll tell you, I love the fact he didn't put his helmet in there, gave him a clean, hard shove, and didn't even have a chance, as we see, almost intercepted to shut down the drive.
Cameron Williams transferred from Independence Community College in Kansas. Play clock's at 5. Offense is still on the field. And have to think they're going to burn a timeout here. Coach Woody trying to decide if he wants to go for it on 4th down.
Up by 21 points, I guess you do have an option. Do we take a shot trying to put this out of reach? Not going to really hurt yourself on the scoreboard. Conservative-wise, you take the 3. But at this point, something to talk about. We're going to see what they come out with. Me personally, again, I'm not a head coach. Never try to act like I am one. I like it when you're rolling. Have that confidence. Try to put it in for the 6 points.
And also, this is a moment going up against a Division II school where you might try something that you would need later on in the year, but deciding to go with the field goal. Cooler minds prevailing. Yep. And Cade Hector, who coming into the season was 2 for 3 on field goals, preparing to kick this one. 23-yard attempt is good. And Bethune-Cookman leading 31-7 with 10:31 to play.
Hi, you might know me from my other job, but I'm a business owner too. Here at Once Upon a Farm, we chose the Capital One Venture X business card. With no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to meet our business needs. Love it. And unlimited double miles means we earn more too. Sweet, right? And when we travel, we get access to over 1,300 airport lounges. I could get used to this. The Capital One Venture X business card. What's in your wallet?
I want you to imagine waking up tomorrow. How do you feel? No, how do you want to feel?
A new head coach.
Make it about us. We beat the odds.
And her new assistant.
Hey, Google, find me an alternate route, because you decide the outcome.
And a must-win game.
No, we decide the outcome.
And the vision and a car that always delivers.
Bring it in! I want you to imagine waking up tomorrow.
The all-new 2025 Equinox and Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
When it looks different, feels different, it's because Tostitos Scoops taste different. Designed to be delicious. Designed to take on anything life throws at you. Tostitos Scoops. Designed to dip.
HBCU Go Sports, providing fans with unparalleled access to all the sounds, flavor, and pageantry of historically black colleges and universities. Bringing you up close to the exciting action, athleticism, and passion on the field. HBCU Go Football returns this Saturday on HBCU Go Sports. The Alabama State Hornets take on the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats Saturday, September 28th, 3-2 Central on HBCUGO.tv.
Well, welcome back to Daytona Stadium. James Hadnot with John Kelly. Laurentia Moten is down on the sidelines. And John, Cameron Ransom has been fantastic today. He was a little bit upset about that last drive.
Well, yeah, he missed on the easy touchdown pass, and then I think he probably wanted to go for it on fourth down. I would, too. He's playing like Superman. I think Laurentia has a little more on that. She was watching this on the sideline. What'd you see?
Yeah, you guys hit it basically on the nose. You know, Cameron Ransom came out of the game obviously frustrated. He did want to go for it, but his teammates have been huddling around him, and I even heard them say, "It's okay, you've been playing great." You know, he's shaking his head. He seemed like he was on the verge of tears, but listen, guys, there's a whole game to play, so I'm sure he's going to pick it up right now.
Virgil Young on the return for Clark Atlanta. We talk about the offense for Bethune-Cookman, but before we get to the offense of Clark Atlanta, that was a win on defense for Clark.
Big time. We were talking about that. They needed a stop, and they will take that. Had to give up the 3 points, but they did not bend all the way to give away the touchdown. So right now, if they can come back, get a nice drive, that's the momentum you want, and that's what a team needs for that extra injection of gas down here. You can see right there, our man right there, he is not feeling the magic. He is having such a great game. Ransom has been on fire, but he's still shaking his head. Hopefully he can shake that off. I know that was a wide open pass, but he is on fire, 12 of 14 today. Young man, you are playing phenomenal, and I bet he'll come back strong.
That's also the competitive nature of these players, right? They want to be perfect. David Wright slings. Catch made by Jamal Jones. He slips through a couple tackles as he dives past the 40 near the 44. Raymond Woody III, son of head coach Raymond Woody, makes the tackle. First down pickup off 14 yards.
Yeah, Jones, a nice job getting that yak. They always talk about that yards after catch, so that makes a quarterback very happy. When you get that spot pass out for the short yardage, you turn it into bigger yardage in a first down.
Panthers have almost been exclusively in 5 wide since their touchdown drive. They find themselves in that same situation here. Wright thinking about throwing quickly. Now rolls off the right side. And that's a strong throw. Excellent grab made by David Martin for another first down.
Right, rolling right. He starts directing traffic here. I like the fact that he looked off to his left, got the defense going, pointed there and said, make that move. Nice connect, finding David Martin with decent coverage, but great pickup.
So back-to-back picks up of 10-plus yards. It's first down in plus territory at the 45. Currently down 31-7 are the Panthers, looking for points. Martin taking his time, throws, picked off. off the hands of Jamal Jones, and Antoine Watts has it coming the other way.
Still running.
Watts sprinting still, then fumbles. Armand Harris not only saves a touchdown, forces a fumble, and Clark Atlanta is back on the ball.
That is unbelievable, James. Had not they turned it into money, taking it for 6, give the ball back. Clark Atlanta gets it. That was unbelievable. What a event and turn of events right there. Look at this, the tip drill. Great catch. He's looking, I'm taking this one to the house, baby. But at the end, this is why you stay with the play, young people out there, young ballers. He's thinking touchdown. They came up, ripped the ball loose, and regained possession. Let's restart, reset. That
takes the ball off of Watts, and David Wright, big friends with Armand Harris. He is his brother's keeper.
There you go.
As he
picks his pocket.
What a moment. First down and 10 from the 11. Wright already tucking. Now we'll throw, and guess who's there? Armand Harris was the intended target. Andrew Volmar with the pass breakup. Second down and 10. But I know Clark Atlanta counting their blessings right now. They are the Panthers, and I think they have 9 lives.
Yeah, they just proved that right there. So that went from driving, looking good, to disaster, back into God bless us on this one. So this is, again, went from a situation that might have been deflating, maybe ruining the rest of the game for them. They're back alive. That's called another shot at redemption here. Wow. Crazy. And it should have been a pass that was caught in the first place. He put it right on him, but that tip drill ended up going to the wrong team.
On second down and 10, Wright maneuvering now outside the pocket. Another long throw, and Kanan Johnson was the intended wide receiver. Ball falls incomplete, third down.
Well, you can see on plays like this why Teddy Keaton likes to have a gunslinger and somebody who's comfortable on the move. I'm really impressed with the way that Wright has the knack to look around the field, find his receivers, and then also get in position to get them the ball. So that was incomplete. Smart on the sideline to keep it out. But I'm really, really digging the way that he is not afraid to continue taking shots.
Bethune-Cookman's defense up to this point this year is allowing 42.5% conversion on third down. This is an important one for Clark Atlanta. Defense forced a field goal on their last Bethune-Cookman offensive possession, and it looks like we're going to get a timeout from the Wildcats. Understanding this moment because we still have plenty of time left in this second quarter, but Clark is going to get the ball in the second half.
You nailed it.
So we'll take a break. Clark, third down when we return.
It's deep within. It's in your head and your heart. Leaders are developed from experiences, shared knowledge from guidance, and lessons learned. Leaders are developed at Clark Atlanta University. World-class education with support every step of the way. Ready to lead and positively impact the world? Visit Clark Atlanta University today on campus or online. Clark Atlanta University, where scholars learn and lead.
New on the Gria, masters of the game.
How did you move so fast in terms of learning what comedy is? Because it takes years and years for comics to get seasoned, and you move very rapidly.
I think all the years I wasn't doing it, I was subconsciously studying it.
Okay.
So I understood it as a mechanism and a device. I didn't necessarily understand how I fit into the mechanism of the device, but I got what it was. And then I was very sure of my voice.
Sit down one-on-one with black people who dominate the game.
Because I was older. And, a lot of times, those years that they take to find your voice, we're talking about kids. People start at 19. It takes them 10 years to just figure themselves out. By that time, I had gone through the fire, and I'm pretty sure about myself, what I think, my POV, how I feel about things, and it's pretty unwavering at this point.
Right here on the Gria. Check your local listings.
HBCU Go is bringing you the best black college sports right to your home or mobile device. A celebration of black culture and excellence from HBCUs. We showcase compelling original programs that honor the rich legacy and tradition of HBCUs across the country. Download our apps
on Apple, Roku, and Amazon Fire for the full HBCU Go experience. And join us as we amplify Black excellence.
She's fair.
Untrue, Your Honor.
What, you're going to have your turn.
She's inquisitive.
What in the world led to this young lady finding you in this compromising situation?
She's very frank.
You should never start anything you're not prepared to finish.
Compassionate.
I see a family that still loves each other, and I'm glad to see it.
And firm.
The only thing that matters in this particular courtroom, sir, is how I see it.
Watch Equal Justice with Judge Ebony K. Williams. Check your local listings for times and channel.
Raymond Woody looking on as his defense prepares for this third down. Armand Harris for Clark Atlanta without any receiving yards today. He's the main target usually for David Wright, and they need a big play here.
Absolutely. I am in shock. They've hardly even thrown him the ball. Been on fire all season. Not too late. They've got plenty of time to feed him that rock.
On third down and 10, Wright going deep. Ronnie West trying to open up and get to that back shoulder, and there's a flag on the play. So Caleb Blake was in coverage, and he might be the guilty party.
I believe he is. Out there trying to cover, but got caught.
10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
So Clark Atlanta picks up the first down via the penalty. Ronnie West is somebody that Coach Cunningham, the offensive coordinator, said during the spring and during the fall we went to more than 80% because he always finds a way to get open.
Yeah, grabbing the jersey here, so didn't have a chance. Got busted on that one. So the Panthers will take it at this point any way they can get it. That is a first down. Keeps this drive moving in the right direction. They will continue coming out firing. Look for them to try to get that 7 points before this quarter's over.
From the Panthers 21, right on play action, pocket moving. First time we see Armand Harris get his hands on a pass, but can't bring it in. Second down and 10 upcoming.
Yeah, that is what they do, and they do it well. So far, they have not been able to, with the exception of the one drive and the one big play, they have not been able to find a rhythm. They are not clicking right now. And again, I don't think that they're having a bad game from David Wright. They just haven't been able to get through the defense. So I credit the Wildcat defense for doing a nice job of shutting down that air raid attack. So again, as much as Armand Harris hasn't seen the rock, clearly they're doing some defensive schemes that have prevented him from getting off and doing what he does so well, and that's catch the ball.
David Martin, the wide receiver, but also split out at running back, comes out of the backfield, gets the ball, diving catch, depending on the spot. If it's a first down, it's short of the line to gain. So it will be third down, and check that. They give him the first down. So comes in, makes a play.
All right, this is David Wright doing what he knows how to do, and that's a great catch. David Martin going horizontal on that one, laying out, making the catch. Big first down, keeps the drive alive.
Martin stays in, gets the same pass, and if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it.
Got that right.
Another first down's picked up short of the 45 at the 44.
Keep going back to what's working right now. So they are moving the sticks, and this is right. Just a quick trigger, fired in there, a little bit behind him, but David Martin showing today he has done a nice job. The way that Armand Harris uses his body, twisting and grinding. David Martin right there, great adjustment, great catch, first down.
After the 13-yard pickup, Martin, the intended target again, and he has been exclusively the target on this drive. Tackle made by Dallas Corbett. You see the offensive coordinator, Marvin Cunningham, trying to get things going quickly. And, I mean, when you find Martin, he gets to the ball. So
yeah, David Wright, look, he's going to find who's out there. So if they're going to cover Harris and smother him, let me keep going back to my man Martin and making some money here.
David Martin is down right now, needing some assistance.
Might be a cramp. It looks like kind of that move when you're leaning back, hoping someone can help stretch it out. This heat, maybe needing more water and hydration. But we've been down on the field, man. It's a little toasty out there.
87 degrees, and that's
the humidity.
That's just what it is on the thermostat.
You got that right.
What it really feels like. So we'll hope Martin is up off his feet. We'll be back for more in just a moment.
All right, Tina, 6 is hard to beat.
Not for us.
Okay, not soccer, but
football.
Yes. We honeymooned here.
Mallorca.
Yes.
Pass.
Oh, we don't pass, Tina. Come on.
They help give you more.
A tax professional.
And they have a 97% satisfaction rating.
Salami.
You could have done it in a British accent.
That's helpful, Randy.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
Look, I got the new iPhone 16 Pro at Verizon. Apple Intelligence is pretty awesome.
Nice.
You can get it when you trade in any phone.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Now every phone can be the new iPhone 16 Pro at Verizon. Just trade in any phone in any condition and get iPhone 16 Pro on us. Only on Verizon.
HBCU Go Sports, providing fans with unparalleled access to all the sounds, flavor, and pageantry of historically black colleges and universities, bringing you up close to the exciting action, athleticism, and passion on the field. HBCU Go Football returns this Saturday on HBCU Go Sports. The Alabama State Hornets take on the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats, Saturday, September 28th, 3-2 Central on HBCUGO.tv.
HBCU Go Sports Football is brought to you by Ford, built Ford proud, and by Verizon. Beautiful Daytona Beach is the destination for this matchup between Bethune-Cookman and Clark Atlanta. The DJ here at Daytona Stadium is on point. It's happy feelings for the Wildcats. They lead 31-7 Clark Atlanta on offense in plus territory. Ball at the 49. Yeah, they're on the move right now. We've talked about they are really strong at rallying when they are down. David Wright sometimes wakes up. Ooh. A strong tackle as the Panthers were looking for first down yardage. Jamal Jones got it on the carry, and the tackle was made by Dallas Corbett. First down picked up, however. You see David Wright's numbers on the day, and you go back to week one after struggling. He ended up having 7 passing touchdowns, going up against a different type of beast defensively in the Wildcats. Now looking for something on the back end of the first half. Anytime you can put up 7 touchdown passes, that's impressive. So he's got arm, has skill. On first down, a throw out wide. Jamal Jones makes the grab behind the line. We've been talking a lot about the motivation that Coach Keaton does for his side, and Laurencia Bowden has more.
Yeah, you guys, the score is 31-7 right now, but the game is nowhere near over. And Coach Keaton has a secret weapon, and that person is by the name of Kevin Elko, who is a mental conditioning coach. He's the author of Nerves of Steel, and he's actually Nick Saban's secret weapon as well. Now, the foundation for the Panthers program is built on the concept of creating a 5-star man, right? Which is focusing on lifestyle habits that shape these players into good people, husbands, and fathers, more than just athletes. They receive a pamphlet at the start of the season, and they read it together on the bus, he told us. And it's clear, as we can see by them right now, that Coach Keaton is not just building great athletes, but he's building character.
Absolutely. David Wright putting his body on the line, gaining the first down. And this is another one of those drives where they can get some momentum. They will get the ball at the end of the halftime break, so this is going to be really big.
Yeah, and I love what Lorenzi was talking about with Coach Teddy Keaton. He is focused on finding any way he can and also empowering himself. And if a guy that works pretty good for a pretty good head coach by the name of Nick Saban that did it all at Alabama, he is finding tools that he can grab in, bring in for his guys, and that is just monumental. Big bravo to Teddy Keaton.
On first down and 10, Wright throws, caught by Virgil Young. Young pushed out of bounds. Johnny Harris was there for it. You talk about Nick Saban. L.C. Cole, the defensive coordinator, goes way back with Saban to their days at Toledo. So don't always know about those connections when they're going to help out, but that's one.
Absolutely, and a nice work here. This is what they need, another sustained drive. If they can punch this one in, they know it's long from over. They know how to come back.
Nowhere to go. Tackle made by Shelton Quarles as David Martin is back in. Great to see. He's tapped at his helmet. He needs a sub as he has his hands on his legs, but Quarles makes his way right through.
Well, I tell you, the Wildcat defensive side, their coordinator, their head coach, they have to be very happy because they've had questions all season long of what the defense is made out of. They have stepped up strong today, putting pressure on, tough in the front, but also great coverage to keep Wright and his receivers out of the end zone.
1 for 4 on third down today. Want to pick this up. Wright operating in the pocket. Excellent move to gain a first down, and he's looking for more. Late flag as Wright walks out of bounds.
Flags come flying. Normally like that, man, probably somebody getting held down there, grabbing jerseys. That's probably coming back.
And you see by the look on Delancey Tolliver's face that he might be the man that was doing the holding.
That's a tough one for them. Another mistake.
Holding. Offense, number 7. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. It's third down.
As they mark it off, we'll see what it's officially.
It's first down.
And there we go. Had a feeling that they picked up first down yardage. You want to have it closer towards the 10 on first down and goal, but still, here's the hold.
Yeah, you watch it out here, trying to help his quarterback out, and instead of maybe just letting the guy go, keep your hands out of the cookie jar, getting penalized on an unnecessary hold. Sometimes when you're in there grinding, that's what springs the guy loose. That one, he'd already gotten the first down home free. Huge mistake. Bad penalty, tough one for the Panthers.
First down and goal, first down still in the red zone for Clark Atlanta, looking for their second score of the day. Right, a shimmy, throws towards the end zone. Armand Harris was the intended wide receiver, but he was blanketed. There were 2 men over there. Shelton Quarles was one of them, and that's second down upcoming.
Big credit to the BCU front line again. Most of this day been able to pressure and force Wright out of the pocket, out of any kind of comfort zone. Had to hurry that one. When he has time, man, he will put it on the money. That one, he just had to get rid of it and went out of bounds.
Second down and 10 from the Wildcats 17. Under 3 minutes to play. Clock stopped on the incompletion, and you see David Wright kind of keeled over. He's throwing up water. We'll see if they call a timeout.
Yeah, he's taking a beating back there.
And that heat is no joke. We talked about it, and now the quarterback feeling it.
Timeout. Clark Atlanta. Be a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, that humidity, that sun, which feels like you're in a frying pan out there. And also, we saw a little bit of rain a couple hours before the game, so that extra moisture, that stuff starts to rise when it's hot. I don't care what kind of shape you're in. At some point, it can catch up with you. And the fact that he's keeled over like that, looked like he was losing some fluids, that's a sign of concern for the Panthers.
Well, join us next week as the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats host the Alabama State Hornets right here on HBCU Go at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check your local listings for programming information. And the Hornets hoping it's not as hot as it is right now because the elements do become a factor, especially here late in quarters, right? Wright has been out there putting it all on the line, playing at the highest level he possibly can, and it's just becoming a factor for the quarterback.
Well, and when you're a visiting team, right, you don't play in this and practice in this every day, so the advantage going to the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats because they are more acclimated to this. Their systems feel it. They know about the hydration, but also just because your body adjusts. So it's tough sometimes coming into these elements.
Heath Williams Jr., the transfer from Tennessee State, backup quarterback. But David Wright, it's going to take 3 or 4 or 5 people to get him out this game. He hands off to Jamal Jones. Quick flag on the play as Jones squiggles through the middle. And we'll see if this play is coming back. It will be a false start.
Illegal formation. More than 4 in the backfield. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
And check that, was a legal formation. Laurencia Moden has more on the heat down there on the field.
Yeah, you guys are talking about how hot it is down here, but one thing that many people don't know is that when we're on synthetic fields and it's sunny like today, temperatures can rise up to degrees of 120 to 180. So it might be just 84, but it's way hotter down here on the field. And you guys, I'm down here. I can definitely attest that it's super hot.
And thankfully, Laurencia is a warrior, so she can handle it. But you're right, that plastic, that turf, man, it heats up and it's smoking.
Stay cool down there, Laurencia. David Wright on the rollout, has a man, Virgil Young. He's upended close to the 10, and it'll be a manageable third down. Antoine Watts made the tackle.
Well, look, I give huge credit to David Wright, wanting to stay in this game, wanting to take on the pressure and the heat and the challenge of a D1 school to try and make it happen.
2-minute timeout, new year this year.
2-minute timeout.
We'll be back for the final 2 minutes
on the clock. Thank
in the first half.
Hey, we got the stream, man.
Cookman University, every day starts with promise. Here, education sparks innovation, and passions drive aspirations. Faith is the first factor in a life devoted to service.
Without faith, nothing is possible, but with it, nothing is impossible.
Bethune-Cookman University, where nothing is impossible.
Questions, government. This is gonna hurt.
Hold them as long as you can.
You're a deer in the jungle here, my boy.
Join in on the action. Watch free on Local Now.
Climate science, sustainable solutions, Earth champions. Come check us out on Pattern, misspelled on purpose. If you don't know, now you know.
Judge Millian doesn't mince words.
Why aren't you stopping the behavior if it's happening right in front of you?
She cuts to the chase.
I think you're misreading the law a little bit.
Really? Compassionate.
You should be mad at one person, and that's him. When did something happen that made you feel uncomfortable?
She never accepts disrespect.
Stop your nonsense, or we will be escorting you out.
Watch Justice for the People with Judge Millian. Check your local listings for times and channel.
The truth is, HBCU Go Football does it big.
Go! Zone touchdown!
Big time catches. Wow! Big hits.
That's how we do it, son! Go get some!
And big moments.
On his way! Touchdown, no flags!
This fall, go big or go home.
That's what I tell y'all.
Watch on HBCUGO.tv.
Stay tuned for the Capital One halftime showcase. The Mighty Marching Panthers, the Marching Wildcats of Bethune-Cookman. A lot of fun on the horizon in that Capital One halftime showcase.
Oh, yeah, man. The party just getting warmed up here as we see the bands coming out on the field. It's been a nice vibe out here for the fans. Decent turnout on both sides of this one. And now a chance for Clark Atlanta to see if they can punch one in right before halftime. That would be a big boost after some mistakes they've made.
Trayvon Pender, the running back. David Wright at QB on 3rd down and 3. There's going to be another hold. Dallas Corbett was grabbing Ronnie West, who's already forced a penalty on this drive to pick up a first down, and about to do it again.
David Wright took a shot on that one. He had to be helped up a little bit. They caught him right at the knees as he was releasing the ball. Looks like he's all right. Happy to see it, but that pressure, the Wildcat defense up front letting nothing be easy for David Wright.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Pass interference. Defense, number 8. That penalty is declined. Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense, number 54. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
So here it is, the roughing the passer penalty. Jeremy Greaves is the man that goes right at the legs of David Wright.
Ooh. Happy that didn't injure something there. So he's a warrior bouncing right back. And as you said, nothing's going to bring him out of this game unless they're taking him out on a stretcher or in handcuffs.
From the pistol, a flip to Armon Harris, throwing to the end zone. Touchdown, Delancey Tolliver. Woo! Wow! Clark Atlanta goes into their bag of tricks, and a touchdown on the board for the Panthers.
Working that magic, so Armon Harris not catching the touchdowns. He said, why don't you give me the rock, coach, and let me throw it in? So David Wright, the little pitch out here, and he sets up and says, I got you, brother. Fires to the end zone. Delancey Tolliver, money in the bank. That is exactly the kind of spark this team needs right here going into halftime.
I asked Armon Harris one word to describe himself. He said, entertaining.
That's right. They are box office, and that was box office fun. I need some popcorn, a cold drink. I love that.
And now, Bethune-Cookman jumping offside.
Offside. Defense, number 20. Unabated to the backfield. Half the distance. Replay the try.
So half the distance to the goal. You see Armon Harris still without a catch today, but you know what he does have? A touchdown pass.
And that's what you need. This football is such a game of momentum and confidence. To take this into halftime, this is priceless. Exactly what they needed.
Extra point is up and good. We mentioned it a couple of times. Clark Atlanta will get the ball to begin the second half. And so if they can get a stop here, maybe book in that with some points, it's a completely different game after going down 21-0.
Yeah, this was executed perfectly, getting into their bag of tricks. David Wright, he just took a big hit on the play before. He said, I'm going to flip it to my homeboy from Tampa Bay, and I'm going to let Armon Harris go ahead and go to work. The nice toss, but again, there's pressure on a guy. He's rolling to the left, turning to throw that one. He put it right on the money to Delancey Tolliver, because how many times do you see that when a receiver tries to throw or a running back and it's just a duck? So the pressure was on. He comes through just like his buddy David Wright, and they get it into the end zone. That is big, and that is going to help start their engines for that second half.
Delancey Tolliver, his first receiving touchdown of the year, the transfer from Morehouse, so didn't have to go too far to get back on the field, right on the promenade in the AUC. And that man's always looking for an opportunity. Darnell Dees, 6 return touchdowns in his career, trying to break the NCAA record. Cabrera to kick it, and Coach Keaton hoping he keeps it away from Dees.
Right. Last week, I still don't believe that. Had one ending the half and one starting the half.
This will be a return. Courtney Reese stays on the ball. He falls forward near the 25. So Clark Atlanta pursues Courtney Reese, and the Wildcats, who haven't had the ball in a minute since scoring that field goal. And that's what we talked about, the necessity not only to score points on that last drive, but to keep this offense off the field.
That's right. Their defense coming up with a big stop to allowing the offense to do what they do, and that's high-octane aerial attack and that air raid. But that one was a nice balance, too, the way that they kind of took their time getting it in there. So they're finding a little bit of that rhythm they couldn't early in the game.
You see this half, almost more points than they've scored in the entire season. Courtney Ransom on play action will keep, tries to get to the edge, does that, and Ransom still stays in bounds as he's brought down past the 45. Courtney Ransom doing it by his lonesome on the ground.
That is some power. I love it. Cam Ransom, just give him the rock. He knows what to do. in the air today, on the ground, beast.
30 rushing yards on that last play. Nothing really on this one. Omarion Rogers making the tackle. There is a flag down.
Count. Illegal substitution. Defense. More than 11 in formation. 5-yard penalty. First down.
So an illegal substitution on Clark Atlanta, and that look says it all for Coach Cunningham. He's the offensive coordinator, but he's feeling it for Coach Keaton and the defensive staff, just trying to make the necessary adjustments to stay in this game. It'll be first down and 5 from the 40 of Clark Atlanta. Bethune trying to match the last touchdown. Courtney Reese, check that.
Go.
JoJo Bazile sneaking through the line, and he takes it for 10 yards, 11 yards to be exact, and a first down.
Yeah, the Wildcats trying to take another bite out of that scoreboard. You think under 2 minutes to go, you might sit on a 17-point lead. They are driving, they are working, they want more.
Ransom, quick throw, out wide. Stewart with the grab. DeLille Wilkins dials up a big-time stop.
That is being out on an island. One of the toughest things to do as a DB is getting one-on-one in space like that. He comes up, shakes the block, sticks his helmet in there, gets a little help at the end, but that is great open field tackling.
2-yard tackle for loss by DeLille Wilkins, the transfer from Allen. Ransom back to throw, touch to run.
You know what to do.
And Ransom trying to administer another blow. James Somerset is the man that took the worst of it, and it's a first down run of 13 yards by Cameron Ransom.
Yeah, Cam's looking like a Brinks truck out there, running hard.
So false starts on Bethune.
False start. Offense, number 79. 5-yard penalty. Timeout.
So Bethune-Cookman, to avoid the 10-second runoff, will take the timeout. But we talk about Cameron Ransom. 300 yards of offense on his own today. And when we say Superman, he's looking like a different type of Cam.
Yeah, he's doing that, making it right through the air. Got a couple of them, 2-3 touchdowns, doing it on the ground himself. And, you know, we talked about Raymond Woody saying, I'm still not 100% sure on my quarterback coming in. He likes the competition today. Cameron Ransom, he's saying, I know I got Michael Bowens and Luke Sprague behind me. Today, I am QB1. He wants to lock it down with performances like that. There's no question. Coach doesn't have to look any further if he keeps this up.
He did that Superman celebration. Have to believe that Cam Newton is one of the players he looked up to, and he has a rushing touchdown on the day, 4 passing touchdowns, and now has a first down and 15 to deal with. Quick throw off the left side. Caught by Velez, and Velez diving for a first down past the 10.
That is how you move it. They're hustling.
Spike.
Good job
by Bethune-Cookman to get into field goal range. Ball was officially spotted at the 10, and that's how you draw it up. So now it will be Hector for the field goal attempt. So a 27-yard attempt at the end of the first half for Cade Hector. Already has a field goal made today on the last drive. Ball is down, kick is up, and it is good. And that is how the first half comes to a close. So 36 points through 3 weeks for Bethune-Cookman. In the first half, they have 34. And a fantastic offensive showing.
Yeah, just what the doctor ordered. I mean, I can promise you, as an athlete, you're down 0-3. You haven't won a game. You're not putting up the points. To come out and drive as they have been, they are on fire and making the most of this home game.
Clark Atlanta still sticking around. They'll get the ball to begin the second half. Off to the Capital One halftime showcase.
Question. If you can't see what's behind all this, how do you already know? It's Jeep. Probably the same way you know if a T-Rex is chasing a Jeep Wrangler.
It's getting away.
Yep. Or if it takes you places that make you say, whoa, and their hair looks like this, or someone says,
the doors come off. Then
you just know what it was, what it is, and what it always will be. Because when you're an original, there's only one.
What's wrong?
My travel rewards card didn't earn enough miles for my vacation.
Are you crying?
No.
Are you crying because of that other card?
No.
There's no crying in baseball. Or with the Capital One Venture Card, because it lets you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day. And you can use those miles on any travel purchase. And you know why? There's no crying with the Venture Card. What's in your wallet? Let's play ball!
SC Johnson.
HBCU Go Sports, providing fans with unparalleled access to all the sounds, flavor, and pageantry of historically black colleges and universities, bringing you up close to the exciting action, athleticism, and passion on the field. HBCU Go Football returns this Saturday on HBCU Go Sports. The Alabama State Hornets take on the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats, Saturday, September 28th, 3-2 Central on HBCUGO.tv.
At Bethune-Cookman University, every day starts with promise. Here, education sparks innovation, impassions drive aspirations. Faith is the first factor in a life devoted to service.
Without faith, nothing is possible, but with it, nothing is impossible.
Bethune-Cookman University, where nothing is impossible.
Welcome to the Capital One Halftime Showcase on HBCU Go Sports, brought to you by Capital One. What's in your wallet?
We're here in Daytona Beach, Florida, where the score right now is 34-14. I know you guys hear that beautiful music behind me. We now present to you the mighty marching Panthers of Clark, Atlanta.
his homie Quan, who we lost earlier this month. Go ahead, flex on. It's okay if you get up and shake that. Well, you know.
Well, that really was amazing. Don't go anywhere. Don't even think about touching that remote because we're going to have more of our Capital One halftime showcase coming your way.
HBCU Go is bringing you the best black college sports right to your home or mobile device. A celebration of black culture and excellence from HBCUs. We showcase compelling original programs that honor the rich legacy and tradition of HBCUs across the country. Download our apps on Apple, Roku, and Amazon Fire for the full HBCU Go experience and join us as we amplify black excellence.
Questions, government.
This is gonna hurt. Hold them as long as you can.
You're a deer in the jungle here, my boy.
Join in on the action. Watch free on Local Now.
Direct.
Don't you ever look up at the sky and roll your eyes. You hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
Realistic.
I will maybe have a tendency to
spend too much and won't be able to pay your rent. That's the problem.
He holds the line.
I resent it, and I resent you for doing it.
Powerful.
I don't know where you've been, but you're going to respect this courtroom. I'm going to throw you out real quick.
Mathis Court is in session. Check your local listings for times and channel. Catch all the laughs here on the Griot Classics. The Jeffersons.
Oh, hi.
Sanford and Son.
You big dummy.
Different strokes.
What you talking about, Wish?
The Cosby Show.
Absolutely.
227.
Mary.
Good times.
Dynamite.
Old friends. Lots of laughs.
I think we died and went to heaven.
So watch The Griot for timeless comedy. Check local listings.
Welcome back to the Capital One Halftime Showcase. Our score right now is 34-14. We hope you are enjoying all of the music. Now, right behind me are the marching Wildcats of Bethune-Cookman University, a.k.a. The Pride. Let's see what they got.
Carry go. Take your time, do it right. Until time is classic. From the SOS. Bang, bang. We would like to thank the Bethune-Cookman University administration for our new uniforms debuting today. Let's give the administration a great big round of applause. In concert formation, we feature our sophisticated flags. From the opening line of the song, I've had some problems, to the closing vocals of El DeBarge. Say you really love me, baby. We give you. be well. The only man in the world that's guaranteed to show out anytime, any place, Wildcats. Let's go.
Well, that was amazing. And you guys, they're still going over here. So don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we'll take a look at our Capital One halftime stats.
The truth is, HBCU Go football does it big.
Big go! Zone touchdown!
Big time catches. Wow! Big hits.
That's how we do it, son! Go get some!
And big moments.
On his way! Touchdown, no flags!
This fall, go big or go home.
That's what I tell y'all.
Watch on HBCUGO.tv.
New on the Gria, masters of the game.
How did you move so fast in terms of learning what comedy is? Because it takes years and years for comics to get seasoned, and you move very rapidly.
I think all the years I wasn't doing it, I was subconsciously studying it.
Okay.
So I understood it as a mechanism and a device. I didn't necessarily understand how I fit into the mechanism of the device, but I got what it was. And then I was very sure of my voice.
Sit down one-on-one with black people who dominate the game.
Because I was older. And, you know, a lot of times, those years that you take to find your voice, we're talking about kids. People start at 19. It takes them 10 years to just figure themselves out. By that time, I had gone through the fire, and I'm pretty sure about myself, what I think, my POV, how I feel about things, and it's pretty unwavering at this point.
Right here on the Gria. Check your local listings.
Howdy, welcome to Dallas.
Okay, Atlanta. What's up, Philly?
Hi there, Phoenix.
Here's a look at our 5-day forecast, and it doesn't look too bad.
Here are some of your top stories from Cheddar News on Local Now.
NBC News exclusive you will see here first. You're high above Hollywood.
Local Now, free TV that starts in your city.
She's fair.
Untrue, Your Honor.
What, you're going to have your turn.
She's inquisitive.
What in the world led to this young lady finding you in this compromising situation?
She's very frank.
You should never start anything you're not prepared to finish.
Compassionate.
I see a family that still loves each other, and I'm glad to see it.
And firm.
The only thing that matters in this particular courtroom, sir, is how I see it.
Watch Equal Justice with Judge Ebony K. Williams. Check your local listings for times and channel.
We have officially have landfall now of Hurricane Ian.
It's nothing like any other hurricane we ever have been through.
We're the Bostons.
We're here to help rebuild some of these homes.
We only allow ourselves 5 days per home.
So it's time for our crew to move on in, and we're going to ask you to head on out.
Now it's time to go inside.
Ooh, Lord have man. That's so amazing.
Now that's a fast home rescue.
Capital One halftime showcase, where the score right now is 34-14 with Bethune leading. Now on the field, I am joined by a special guest, John Kelly. John, welcome to my office.
Well, thank you. You always look like you're having such a good time down here, and also enjoying the good vibes. I figured I'd come join you, and she was so kind, hooking me up with these sweet Apple headphones. Thank you so very much.
We definitely look like we're styling and profiling. Now let's take a look at our halftime stats presented by Capital One. What have you seen so far?
Well, I've seen Cameron Ransom dominating the day, and that's why BCU is leading this one by a big margin, 34-14. But the total yards right there, all Wildcats. And we mentioned Cameron Ransom, 254 yards through the air, rushing, they're dominating as well. Look at that final stat on there. Yards per play, not a bad one from Clark Atlanta at 5 yards a pop, but how about almost 11 yards per play coming from the home Wildcats? So right now, they're doing basically what they want to. So Clark Atlanta's going to have to step up, come stronger on defense so they can get their offense on the field. But I'm telling you, Cameron Ransom right now, he's playing like Superman, and he's proving it with everything he's doing.
Definitely. Well, you're going to stay down here with me.
If you'll let me, I'd be happy to stay down here with you.
Please stay down here with me. I love all the eyes and the ears. And you guys don't go anywhere. There's plenty more football where that came from.
It's not just about how you get there, but what you make happen along the way. Introducing the 2024 F-150. A tradition of excellence, where strength and adaptability meet. Your journey, your legacy to define. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
Fairlife Ultra Filtered Milk makes every moment better. With 50% more protein and 50% less sugar. Plus a creamy taste that makes that smoothie even smoothier. Fairlife.
HBCU Go Sports, providing fans with unparalleled access to all the sounds, flavor, and pageantry of historically black colleges and universities, bringing you up close to the exciting action, athleticism, and passion on the field. HBCU Go football returns this Saturday on HBCU Go Sports. The Alabama State Hornets take on the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats, Saturday, September 28th, 3/2 Central on HBCUGO.tv.
HBCU Go is bringing you the best black college sports right to your home or mobile device. A celebration of black culture and excellence from HBCUs. We showcase compelling original programs that honor the rich legacy and tradition of HBCUs across the country. Download our apps on Apple, Roku, and Amazon Fire for the full HBCU Go experience. And join us as we amplify black excellence.
There was a lot happening at this hour.
Free, local, and national news from across the U.S.
We've got some breaking news to get to, an exclusive out of our Pentagon.
City to city, Local Now has your community covered.
Developing right now. We're getting details. We're on the phone, making calls.
Pick any city with local news and weather.
Tell you what I'm experiencing here on the ground.
All free. No matter the story, we've got you covered.
Our exclusive interview revealed new information.
Free TV that starts in your city.
Welcome back to the Capital One Halftime Showcase, getting ready for the second half between Bethune-Cookman and Clark Atlanta. James Hadnot here with you. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been a fantastic game up to this point, but we're really excited about what we're going to see moving forward as we take a look at our first half highlights. And first things first, Cameron Ransom got busy finding Courtney Reese. And then Ransom did it on his own, and it's just been his day for Bethune-Cookman. As the ball comes back over the top, Darnell Dees, he got in the mix of it.
Yeah, nice play there. And then I'll tell you, David Wright trying to fire them back and get some action going here. But it was all BCU and all Cameron Ransom rocking and rolling on the ground through the air. He was, in fact, playing like Superman and made it right. But David Wright wanting to keep this team in it. They tried to take him out of the game. He stayed in there. They're working it. Trick play at the end, making it a game.
Well, you see Jamal Jones, he's getting ready to receive Coach Raymond Woody. Happy his team has done well up to this point. And for Coach Woody, you see him down there. I'm up here, but John is downstairs. We've been talking about the heat. John, why would you want to be down there in that heat?
Well, you know, Laurencia said it feels a lot hotter out here. She is absolutely right. I'm surprised these guys aren't bursting into flames, but the good thing is we got these fans spraying this cool air on us, so I'm going to try to stay close here, keep cool, watch the game from down here, eye level. James, you take it from up there. Let's rock and roll tag team in this thing.
Well, let's see what Clark Atlanta has in store. The Panthers, of course, got a touchdown drive to end the first half. Armon Harris, who does not have a catch today, had a touchdown pass after we saw David Wright throwing up through to the dehydration. He is back out there, and we said it was going to take a lot more than just the heat to take him out of the game. He's been in this heat before, playing out in Tampa, Florida, and Clark Atlanta will start from the 25-yard line.
Yeah, he is a warrior. He's going to stick in there. And you said he likes to come back and try to make magic happen.
Trayvon Pender is tackled from behind, short of the 30-yard line. We take a look at the portion of the tandem of those Tampa boys. Jamal Jones just 28 yards and Armon Harris with no receiving yards, but have an expectation that they're going to get the ball sometime here in the second half.
Oh, you know they're going to light it up, James, but I give big credit to the Wildcat defensive front. They have not made this day easy.
Oh, you see Pinder just trying to stay alive. He's fought off a couple tackles, but he's going to go down for a loss. And when you converge on the ball, starting with Andrew Volmar, plays happen, and the Wildcats coming out on defense doing what they need to do.
James Hadnot, that is called running for your life. He gets the ball, and all he gets is a face full of Wildcat defenders, black jerseys, gold helmets. He was just trying to get to that sideline to live another day. So they are shutting them down up front, and that's making it tough for David Wright to work his magic. He's had a couple of moments today, but not consistency.
3rd down and 12. You see it down there. Only 2 third downs picked up. This one is a long one. Wright has to escape. Unloads deep. Have to get the call, and it's going to be incomplete. Almost picked off down on the sideline by Johnny Harris. But Clark Atlanta goes 3 and out on their first drive.
Yeah, James, nearly intercepted on this one. That was a ball that was forced. We don't see David Wright do a lot of that, but he is a gunslinger, so once in a while when he tries to improvise, it's going to cost you. They caught a break there by that not being in bounds. But once again, the defense shutting down that powerful Clark Atlanta offense, forcing a punt to start this second half.
So Leonardo Cabrera back to receive or to punt the ball away. Quickly gets it away. It takes a Bethune bounce and will stay in Panthers territory. And the Wildcats will start from the 44. And John, when you think about how Clark Atlanta played on defense to end the half, after giving up 4 straight touchdown drives, they then stopped Bethune-Cookman twice, forcing field goals. And really need something similar to that here to start the second half.
James, you're exactly right. That's what they need to start this second half, to come more with that stonewall defense. But let's face it, with a guy like Cameron Ransom in his zone, much easier said than done. We'll see what they can do to slow him down. I don't think they're going to stop him, just try to contain him.
Career highs in that first half. First play of the second half is JoJo Bazil. And Bazil, he transferred from Washington State, brought down by Marquavius Henderson. The transfer from Allen, 2nd down and 10 after no gain. Cameron Ransom started this game 10 for 10, throwing the ball, had a couple of touchdowns. This ball is picked up.
Incomplete.
And the ball falls incomplete. It was a forward pass. Eric Searcy didn't know it. That's why he laid that big hit on Bazil. That'll be 3rd down and long.
Yeah, he's not real happy with that, Bazil, on that. He knows he should have had an easy little dump, but he started to think about running before securing it. That cost him incomplete pass. 3rd down.
Ransom, throw out to Stewart, and he's brought down. And this Panthers defense answers the call on their first attempt.
Artelius Edmond, right place at the right time, puts the stick on him, saying, not on this drive. So you called it, James. They had a strong way to end the first half, getting their defense in gear, come back, stopping a very powerful BCU offense who's been doing a lot of everything they want to do. That's a great stop. Now they just got to kick that offense into gear and try to get some points on the board. They're chasing them down 20 points.
Eric Searcy joined in with Artelius Edmond for that tackle. First punt of the day for Anthony Frederick. Jamal Jones back to receive. Frederick just gets it off. And this bounces and then
they got it in there.
Right out at the 2. So just because Frederick hasn't had a punt today doesn't mean he's not locked in. Clark Atlanta back on offense when we return.
My name's Jorge Gaviria, and this is my business, Hacienda. We bring heirloom corn products from Mexico to every kitchen. I chose my Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One because I earn unlimited 2% cash back on everything I buy. With no preset spending limit, my purchasing power adapts to meet my business needs. And I reinvest my 2% cash back to help grow our business with new products, like our tabletop masa mill. My Spark card helps me fulfill my mission of bringing masa to the masses. What's in your wallet?
Check out Mahomes' top 3 plays of the day. He scrambles into T-Mobile to get that new iPhone 16 Pro on us. It's a little shimmy, shimmy, shake. What you think, huh?
It's like he's chasing an ice cream truck.
Ice cream! He got his iPhone 16 Pro, the first iPhone built for Apple Intelligence.
Cuz holding it up like a baby lion.
Homie takes those T-Mobile savings and calls it a day.
Respect.
Now at T-Mobile.com, get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. And families can save 20% every month versus the other big guys.
Honey, do you want me to schedule Calvin's COVID-19 and flu shots?
Way ahead of you.
It's impossible.
It's magic.
Schedule free flu and COVID-19 vaccines for the whole family online today. Walgreens.
HBCU Go Sports, providing fans with unparalleled access to all the sounds, flavor, and pageantry of historically black colleges and universities, bringing you up close to the exciting action, athleticism, and passion on the field. HBCU Go Football returns this Saturday on HBCU Go Sports. The Alabama State Hornets take on the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats, Saturday, September 28th, 3-2 Central on HBCUGO.tv.
Bethune-Cookman leading 34-14. Clark Atlanta, another opportunity on offense to cut into this Wildcat lead. And where in the world is John Kelly? He's down on the field.
Yeah, James, I am front row and center. I just need a cold drink and some popcorn, but I'm literally inches away from the teams huddling up, getting ready to play. So this is front row type stuff. I played at the University of Nebraska under Coach Tom Osborne. I learned always leave it all on the field. So that's my goal today. Leave it all on the field to give you the eyes and the ears of what it feels like, what it smells like, what it sounds like. So we're here for you.
And what it looks like is Clark Atlanta has a long way to go starting this drive from their own 2-yard line. David Wright, rare handoff, gives to Elijah Crockett, and he gains 2 yards on the play. For Clark Atlanta, they're a team that had less than 20 yards rushing in the first half, and the head man, Raymond Woody, said we don't expect a lot of rushing from Clark on the day, but when you're backed up like this, have to give yourself some breathing room.
They definitely have to. They're going to get this air raid in control and in gear. They got to establish a little bit of a run for balance.
Crockett again tries to find the outside, close to the end zone, short of the safety. Crockett is taken down at the 1. Steven Sparrow, the nickel corner, made the tackle.
More flags.
There is a flag on the play, and then a late flag, which might make Coach Keaton a little happy because it should be on Bethune-Cookman.
James, I can tell you, I can see some jawing going on out here, too. These guys are up in each other's faces, barking every play here. So, again, the intensity, it's a 20-point game, but these guys are playing like it's all tied up, championship on the line. So I like to see that. I love those efforts. And so far in the second half, this has been a defensive stand on both sides of the ball. Both teams being shut down, and right now Clark Atlanta back up against that end zone. We wait to see what this flag is.
And Shelton Quarles is getting an earful on the sideline down close towards the 30.
There are 2 fouls on the play, 1 by each team. Holding. Offense, number 88. Half the distance to the goal. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense, number 20. 15-yard penalty from the succeeding spot. It's number 20's first unsportsmanlike conduct foul as it relates to potential disqualification. First down.
And that's what's going to get Clark Atlanta out of the shadow of their own end zone, and that's why you understand why the coaching staff was so upset with Quarles, because you already have them backed up. Your punter does a great job of putting them inside the 5, and now this offense has some space to percolate.
Well, and that's exactly right. Little mistakes can cost you, and that was a big break for Clark Atlanta now getting out of that danger zone, and they have a chance now to start to capitalize, maybe turn this thing around. They got to get at least 3 scores on the board to get back in it. No better time than now for the visiting team.
From the 17, David Wright at the controls. a calm first half by his standards, but that just means he has the time to turn up.
Room to explode.
Yeah, here in this second half. Ronnie West was the intended target. Wright didn't get it out there far enough. Coverage was Johnny Harris. Second down.
Harris, number 8, nice coverage on Ronnie West. It was man-to-man, one-on-one. You are on an island. Great coverage. Wright tried to lay it out in front of him, just could not drop it into the bucket. So, again, defense coming through, making the offense working hard for every inch, every yard.
And the Wildcats have to be careful allowing Ronnie West to be out on that island with Johnny Harris, because West beat him off the snap. On second down and 10, play action. Harris throws, Wright throws over the top of his intended wide receiver, Jamal Jones. And now it's going to be third down.
Yeah, pressure all over Wright, not feeling right in that pocket, trying to roll, and had to rush this one. Actually had his receiver open, Jamal Jones, but he put it way too high to climb the ladder. Great attempt by their standards, but not able to connect. They know what they're doing, but I'm telling you, this Wildcat defense doing an excellent job of just being up in Wright's grill all day, making him hurry. Do not let him relax, paying off.
Dallas Corbett, the transfer from UCF, brought the pressure. On third down, pocket moving. Great throw.
Slippery.
Jamal Jones makes the catch, and Jones takes it into Wildcats territory. A humongous gain on third down for the Panthers.
James, you and I have been talking about it, just a matter of time before David Wright gets off and gets his game right. Once again, going back to Jamal Jones, finding his guys, streaking across the middle, outruns the defense. Huge chunk of yardage, putting them in great field position.
38-yard pitch and catch on third down, and those two used to be rivals. Now they're teammates. This is Trayvon Pender. Some space on the outside. Pender can't turn it upfield. He's brought down by Caleb Blake, but an 8-yard pickup, second down and 2 upcoming.
So right now, James, we're going to see if Clark Atlanta can capitalize on this momentum, or if the BCU defense continue to stand strong. This is a war of wills on this one, but this is an important drive to really try to put them in their place and not let them think they've got extra life to try and make this thing happen in a real ball game.
Officially second down and 3 from the pistol. Wright thought about throwing quickly, double clutched, and still got it to Jamal Jones for a first down. And David Wright is so cool in that pocket.
He is ice cold. Got that ice in his veins, and he's been hooking up. Double J. Jamal Jones shaking free and making David Wright not being able to deny wanting to throw his way. So they have had a nice hookup so far in the second half. If they can continue to break free on that, one of these is going to get loose. So what they're doing right now is nickel and diming them. I wouldn't be surprised if they come back and try to go for that end zone.
And John, you're down there on the field. How does it look when Wright moves out of that pocket? We see Elijah Crockett gets this carry, but when Wright moves out of the pocket, how does that kind of help him, especially with the pressure that's coming?
Well, it helps him a lot. And again, he's doing that by necessity. He also happens to be very good at it. What I see in Wright's eyes, he is calm and cool no matter how crazy it gets. It looks like he's in control. So even when he's taking that punishment, he's back up, ready to go on the next play. Remember, he did not want to come out of the game. He said, look, I believe I can win this game, coach. Keep me in. And that's why the coach wanted to have him over with him from Allen University. He is a field general, says he's really growing into that leadership role, leading by example.
On second down and 6, lots of pressure. Wright out of the pocket and almost throws a pick. Joshua Thornhill had his hands on it.
I think that's actually Watts, number 15. He stepped right up. He read this one on the rollout, almost picked it off. and that would have been a way that they could have shut this drive down so they live another day. The Panthers still alive with a shot to take this one to the house.
See, you're closer down there. I appreciate
That's
you
right. I'm
having
right on
my
top
back.
of the baby. I almost ran into the guy. He was about to take my knees out. I'm dancing out of the way here.
And Watts already has an interception on the day. He's the one that got it punched out by Armand Harris before the touchdown drive for Clark Atlanta. Now it's 3rd down and 6. Right, looking left the entire way. Has Harris, and Armand Harris walks in for the touchdown.
James Hadnot, that's exactly what you and I had been talking about pregame. They are a combination that goes back to their little pee-wee days, and they are doing it big time on the biggest stage that they've ever seen. That is what they've been looking for. Their first connection for a touchdown. We saw Harris with a touchdown pass. Now he gets his first big touchdown reception. David Wright to Harris. They are in this game, man. It's going to be a 13-point ball game if this one goes through. We got a hot one.
Cabrera for the extra point. Ball is down. Kick is up, and it's good. A 98-yard touchdown drive. Harris is the man.
The Panthers finishing that drive off with their magic. The right stuff to the right guy. That goes to Harris. We got a hot one.
The SWAC, the premier athletic conference in the nation. A collection of schools rich in tradition, pride, and pedigree. Sacrifice, winning, allegiance, champions. We are the SWAC, building champions for life.
Sabemos lo importante que es tu día.
Muy buenas, soy el meteorólogo Álvaro Martínez, bienvenidos.
The Weather Channel en español te mantiene informado con pronósticos, noticias del clima y cómo el tiempo afectará tu día. Ahora con más información en vivo y con las últimas noticias, estarás más preparado que nunca. The Weather Channel en español, tu lugar de confianza para el pronóstico del tiempo.
The biggest comedy stars.
I give her my heart, but she wanted my what?
Kidney. Wall-to-wall laughs.
What is it called when an elderly woman has an affair?
Grandma did what?
It's the comedy game show.
There is an edible version of Scrabble.
Going to the bathroom spells disaster.
Funny you should ask. Check your local listings for times and channel.
The truth is, HBCU Go football does it big.
Go! Zone touchdown.
Big time catches. Wow. Big hits.
That's how we do it, son. Go get some.
And big moments.
On his way. Touchdown, no flags.
This fall,
Over here, baby.
go big or go home.
That's what I tell y'all.
Watch on HBCUGO.tv.
She's fair.
Untrue, Your Honor.
What, you're going to have your turn.
She's inquisitive.
What in the world led to this young lady finding you in this compromising situation?
She's very frank.
You should never start anything you're not prepared to finish.
Compassionate.
I see a family that still loves each other, and I'm glad to see it.
And firm.
The only thing that matters in this particular courtroom, sir, is how I see it.
Watch Equal Justice with Judge Ebony K. Williams. Check your local listings for times and channel.
We're not at the checkered flag yet, but Clark Atlanta is making a push, currently down by 2 scores after that touchdown drive. The score 34-21. Bethune-Cookman on top, about to get the ball back from the Panthers. But, John, we've talked at length about Clark Atlanta. They will not give up.
They are relentless. You've seen it a couple of times this year that they're in trouble. David Wright knows how to turn it up. I think he loves a challenge. He's got one on his hands today.
Courtney Reese on the return, and Reese is brought down near the 25. The defense for Clark Atlanta got the stop last time, but you see the receivers, Bethune-Cookman. Cameron Ransom has had the pick of the litter, and he's dotted multiple guys here today.
Yeah, that's what he does, man, with his legs, with his arm. And again, that first half, he was just kind of Mr. Untouchable, feeling it, working it. We'll see if he's got some juice left for this second half, but I can tell you he was unstoppable quarter 1 and 2.
Just saw L.C. Cole, defensive coordinator for Clark Atlanta, trying to tinker with things and stop this offense that had 28 points quickly in the first half.
He's going for it.
Ransom unloads deep, has a man. Malik Huggins makes the grab in plus territory.
James, I can tell you, Cameron Ransom, he's a big body. He stepped back, and you can tell by his body language from ground level, he was ready to unload, poised in the pocket, waited, made his throw, and unleashed it right to Huggins. That was money in the bank. Drive his arm.
Cameron Williams had a late hit. It didn't matter as that pass was completed for 42 yards. Ransom decides to run, breaks one tackle. Now trucking defenders falling forward to the 20.
Listen, man, when you are 6'3", 230 plus, it takes more than one brother to bring you down, so he's going to make you work. If you want a piece of him, you better bring your A game and about 2 or 3 friends.
Clark Atlanta with a man down. Ransom has gone over 100 yards rushing today, has a rushing touchdown. And the only thing that can stop him right now is this injury by the Panthers. So Ransom on the sideline.
Media timeout.
And with that timeout, we'll take a timeout on the field. Wildcats driving.
AT&T is committed to supporting HBCUs and connecting the next generation of leaders to greater possibility. When I think of dreaming in Black, I think of dreaming as if I'm dreaming for all the generations that came before me.
AT&T Rising Future Makers gave me the opportunity to connect with people who have the same goals and ambition that I do. We are the AT&T Rising Future Makers. Connecting changes everything.
SC Johnson.
HBCU Go Sports, providing fans with unparalleled access to all the sounds, flavor, and pageantry of historically Black colleges and universities, bringing you up close to the exciting action, athleticism, and passion on the field. HBCU Go football returns this Saturday on HBCU Go Sports. The Alabama State Hornets take on the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats, Saturday, September 28th, 3/2 Central on HBCUGO.tv.
HBCU Go is bringing you the best Black college sports right to your home or mobile device. A celebration of Black culture and excellence from HBCUs. We showcase compelling original programs that honor the rich legacy and tradition of HBCUs across the country. Download our apps on Apple, Roku, and Amazon Fire for the full HBCU Go experience. And join us as we amplify Black excellence.
Welcome back to Bethune-Cookman's whole field, and it's been a hot one, a sweaty one out here. Laurencia Moten, she's the one that told me down here you got to find tricks. Well, here's the trick right here. You see this spritz, the fan, Laurencia? This is how you're keeping cool and looking good.
This is how you do it, you guys. We are feeling fresh right now. We got a little mist going on, and the players are loving it. We see how they're able to
It's like a Vogue magazine photo shoot. I just kind of get
giving Beyonce. Beyonce.
That's right. Let's get back to that action.
Nothing can cool down Cameron Ransom. He loses his helmet, and we just seen a push by Ransom. He lost his helmet, so play has to come to a halt. That's why he's upset. And ouch. We talked about the chippiness.
Yeah.
It means something. A lot of guys on this Clark Atlanta side played in the state of Florida, so you know it means something to him.
Yeah, man. And you know, physically, it's draining emotionally, this heat and the humidity. And I can also tell you, we talked about it earlier, these guys have been talking in between plays. So you want that aggression, but you want controlled aggression. They don't want dumb fouls. You don't want to have penalties for roughing somebody up or unsportsmanlike conduct. So this is going to be where control comes in, too. Never let off the accelerator.
Unnecessary roughness. Offense, number 16. 15-yard penalty from the end of the play. Still first down.
And exactly what we're talking about. Penalties will kill you, and that's what drives coaches nuts. If you're going 100 miles an hour and make a mistake physically, they can accept that. Mentally, you do not want that. So, again, yeah, the extra pushing, the extra grinding. Yeah, see, they're in each other's face, but that's what you don't want. He even put his hands behind his back here. Again, temperatures start to flare, but do not let them get you to do something you're going to regret. Control.
So Cameron Williams is the man that was pushed down. Cameron Ransom has to come off, so Micah Bowens, transfer from Charlotte, he just goes down. That's a sack by Clark Atlanta's defense. And this is a humongous moment for the Panthers on the defensive end. Brandon Gibbons was there to make the tackle. And, John, this is a two-score game right now.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. So if their defense can continue to shut down this BCU offense, they're going to have a fighting chance, because you know as well as anybody, James, you were at a game when Mr. Wright came up with 7 touchdowns. He knows how to light it up. All he's asking for is a little oxygen, a little chance, a little runway. He will take off.
Some confusion on the defensive line for Clark. Panthers decide not to call a timeout. Ransom rolling, pointing, throwing short of his intended wide receiver, Marcus Velez. And that's a stop after 2 big plays. Clark's going to get off the field.
Well, I can tell you, Jenkins was right at my feet trying to pull that one in. It skipped a little bit short. Ransom under a little pressure. He actually had him open, just did not have enough mustard on that shot. And I know Ransom's not happy. He's missed that one for the touchdown. That one, he knows he had his man wide open. It wouldn't have been enough for a first down. I can tell you, they still would have been 5 yards short, but he did not put the ball on his receiver and give him a chance to catch that. So that's why they're going to punt this one away.
He's been animated on the sideline. He's upset with himself because he committed the personal foul penalty that took them back 15 yards. Frederick boots it away. A fair catch signal. Ball will bounce. And
well, James, I'll tell you, what you are taught to do when you have that, if you call for a fair catch the ball at that, and you're going to have it out at the 10-yard line. You let it go through, you're giving them a chance to get it to the end zone. So I'm not sure about the call on him letting it roll through, because now they're about the half-yard line. That's tough. They worked their way out of it last time. Let's see if Clark Atlanta can do it again.
David Wright can do no wrong. It doesn't matter where he starts. He's been able to be successful today. And this is the mark of the turning point in a program. Coach Keaton wants to create a different culture here with Clark Atlanta. Said, we have everything you need in the A. All we need is a winning football team. They've already won the first 2 games of the season, tying last time out versus Florida Memorial. Now trying to take down a D1 opponent. It's right from the half-yard line, handing to Pender, falling forward for a couple. And that's not a bad start when you're basically right up against the end zone.
You're right, James. That is an excellent start. Get some breathing room. Don't feel that pressure of maybe taking a safety or being a little uptight and making a mistake. So now they're out again. I know the 4-yard line doesn't sound like a day at the beach, but it is enough for now. They can give their guy a little bit of room to operate, a little bit of room to hurt you. So that's what he's trying to do and make things happen from his own end zone.
2nd down and 7. Decide to send 4 to the bottom of the pattern. Armon Harris by himself on the left side. That's where he's looking. That's where he's going. And that's a catch made by Armon Harris for a first down.
James, you called it. They had 4 receivers down here right next to me, but what does he do? Let's go to number 3, my man, Armon, and he gets him out there. So, again, the defense thinking they got to be coming this way. But when you got a guy like number 3 who you've been playing with since you were a kid, you got a natural magic, a chemistry, a rhythm. They're going to continue working that.
Also, you isolate your playmaker, let him make the play. 12-yard reception on first down. Looking that way. This one's incomplete. Had eyes for Jamal Jones. 2nd down and 10.
A little bit of a rush there by David Wright. He felt a little pressure. They were coming from that middle, which they've been doing a lot of the day. That one, he just didn't take a chance to set his feet and fire it in there. Bounced it out.
Wright gets this call directly from the sideline.
Still a lot of time in this game, as you know, James. Over 5 minutes left in this third quarter. Lots of football to be played.
Wright escapes the pocket, decides to run.
Shaking and baking.
Very close to a first down, and they give him first down yardage. A first down pickup by David Wright.
See, and this is what Wright can do. He is a great thrower, got the great arm, but when he has to, he can be a gunslinger on the ground. He will hurt you, and I like the shoulder shake, making defenders miss, picking up big yardage.
David Wright, the 2023 SIAC Player of the Year. After a knee injury had him out from 2022, he's built on facing and achieving through adversity. Pop pass, Jamal Jones can't completely turn the corner and gains yards to the 31.
Great job of the Wildcats defense stretching that one out. Jones, when he gets rolling, he can fly, but they came up strong, stretched this one all the way to the sideline, forcing him to go laterally instead of north and south. Not a big damage run, but still got about 4 yards, so they'll take that. Keeps matriculating that ball down the field.
Coach Cunningham, the offensive coordinator, just continuing to churn this offense. David Wright on the day. 21 for 33, more than 240 yards and 2 passing TDs. Second down and 5 on play action. Wright fires, caught by Armon Harris, but he fumbles the football.
Lost it. It's gone. BCU's ball.
Can't believe it as Bethune comes up with the takeaway in a big moment.
Just when they were starting to hit their stride, I'm sure Coach Teddy Keaton gave them a great reset at halftime on their second drive to score. And the big turnover hits his man for the catch, but did not maintain control. The defense smothers him, scoops up that ball. And this is a tough one. When you make a great catch like that, you're thinking extra yards, but he got swatted. Ball comes loose. BCU ball.
Kevin Washington Jr. is the man that recovered the fumble. Bethune back on offense when we return.
That was awesome.
Nike is the official outfitter of the Wildcats. You're up on the newest adult equipment Nike gear at BCU4shop.com.
I just hit the noise.
The truth is, 1, 2, 3. HBCU Go football does it big.
Go! Zone touchdown!
Big time catches. Wow! Big hits.
That's how we're doing, son! Go get some!
And big moments.
On his way! Touchdown, no flags!
This fall, go big or go home.
That's what I tell y'all.
Watch on HBCUGO.tv.
Catch all the laughs here on the Griot Classics. The Jeffersons.
Oh, hi.
Sanford and Son.
You big dummy.
Different Strokes.
What you talking about, Willis?
The Cosby Show.
Absolutely.
227.
Mary.
Good Times.
Dynamite.
Old friends. Lots of laughs.
I think we died and went to heaven.
So watch The Griot for timeless comedy. Check local listings.
New on The Griot, Masters of the Game.
How did you move so fast in terms of learning what comedy is? Because it takes years and years for comics to get seasoned, and you move very rapidly.
I think all the years I wasn't doing it, I was subconsciously studying it.
Okay.
So I understood it as a mechanism and a device. I didn't necessarily understand how I fit into the mechanism of the device, but I got what it was. And then I was very sure of my voice.
Sit down one-on-one with black people who dominate the game.
Because I was older. And, a lot of times, those years that you take to find your voice, we're talking about kids. People start at 19. It takes them 10 years to just figure themselves out. By that time, I had gone through the fire, and I'm pretty sure about myself, what I think, my POV, how I feel about things, and it's pretty unwavering at this point.
Right here on The Griot. Check your local listings.
Welcome back to Daytona Stadium. When we went to break, it looked like Bethune-Cookman was about to get the ball on a fumble by Armon Harris. But let's take a second look at this. Armon Harris makes a grab, but it doesn't look like he completely secures it. He's so shifty. It looked like he caught it and made the move, but he doesn't completely secure it, and it looks like Clark Atlanta is about to get this ball back.
Well, James, it's going to be a tough one because he does make a catch with both hands, so I'm going to be of the opinion that unless it's inconclusive, because he actually tucked it and then it came loose, so if it's not completely 100%, they think that they can overturn this on the field because they called it a fumble. Then you have to sell that it was no way impossible. So I think that he will probably maintain the catch. We'll find out when they look at the multiple angles. But my seeing looks like he had that thing enough that at least causes a question, and they called it on the field a catch.
So more stands.
After
Here's the call.
review, the ruling on the field was an incomplete pass. We'll play third down.
So much for what
at the
I know.
31-yard line.
But I can tell you that was one of those tough ones right on the fence because he caught it with his hands, tucked it, and fumbled it. So Clark Atlanta catching a huge break.
A humongous break at that. Armon Harris usually doesn't make mistakes, and he's probably thinking, oh, happy I dropped that one. So, situation is this, 3rd down and 6. Clark Atlanta behind by 2 scores, trying to take down a Division I opponent, but former SIAC opponents in Bethune-Cookman.
They got time, James. They got a lot of time, especially with this air raid offense. So, again, they mentally know they can still get in this thing and snatch a victory, but they want to keep it going. No more of those fumbles. Don't even make it close. Don't make the refs look at it. Let's hold on to that ball and just keep driving like we know how.
Armon Harris still after that miscue, most likely going to be the target.
Of course.
David Wright sees pressure in his face, still finds a man.
That's it.
David Martin makes the grab for a first down into Wildcats territory.
That is called calm, cool, and collected. David Wright has a man right in his face, right in his hip. He unloads it a little bit low, but a great catch by David Martin. Little stiff arm at the end. These guys flexing up, got the break on the non-fumble, taking full advantage, driving.
22-yard reception. Martin has been a safety valve all day for Wright. Now, ball outside the 45, at the 47 in Wildcats territory. Martin gets it on the totes, and he twirls forward towards the 40, stopped at the 42. Steven Sparrow makes the tackle.
James, that's the balance we were talking about, that if they can get something, a little bit going on the ground, and they've done just enough, it's enough to keep that defense off balance because, again, air raid, you know they're going to do it, you drop back. But if you start punishing up front, make them pay the price, they have to be honest and come up to stop the run, which, of course, opens up your pass.
Last drive, they had 13 rushing yards. They had a total of 13 rushing yards in the first half, and while that might not seem like a big number, it does exactly what you just said. Softens up the defense and then gives Wright a chance with more time to operate. 2nd down and 5 for the Panthers.
You can feel the shift here, man. You can get down here on the field. Both teams kind of changing their attitudes.
Once again, 4 to the bottom of the formation, and the coaching staff of the Wildcats knew it.
Timeout, Bethune-Cookman. The first charge timeout of the half, 30-second timeout.
That's why they call that timeout. And you mentioned the shift. Make sure you can download the HBCU Go app. You'll get the best in black college sports and an array of on-demand programs available on Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire, and on your cellular device. HBCU Go, download it today. And John, you mentioned that shift of energy. You can feel it in the entire stadium because Clark Atlanta is driving right now with the opportunity to make this a 1-score game, which looked like a far cry in the first quarter when Bethune-Cookman put up 28 points.
Yeah, man, it's instant. You know, they got a huge break on that overturned fumble, and now they are taking advantage. But again, that shift is starting to take place. So with this team right now doing what it does, and at this point, still alive to drive, this one's anybody's game. Couple of touchdowns, we're talking a whole new score.
David Martin is the running back, had the huge catch to continue this drive. Wright looking to step up, slings, catch made, Jamal Jones.
They're calling him down, I think, before he got that extra yardage.
Knee was down on the reception. Johnny Harris made the tackle, and there's a man down behind the play.
Injury timeout.
Regardless, still a great play. David Wright breaking loose, firing a missile right there, and Jamal Jones, Double J, has been a money man today. He makes a big catch, almost cashed it in for more yards, but again, didn't get quite as far as he wanted, but it's enough to move those sticks. This drive still alive.
College, when that knee is down, the play is dead.
You know these kids sometimes are, man, if this was only in the NFL, I'd have about 12 more touchdowns.
It's where they want to be, though.
That's right. That's how you work it.
Go where you want to be.
And I always tell players, and I remember this too, you don't stop until you get the whistle, and they make you stop. So you never know. Sometimes they miss one. You might take it to the house, so never let up until they're blowing that whistle till their lungs come out.
So Austin Euler is standing up and walking off, the left tackle from Lithonia, Georgia. So there will be a new man protecting the backside of David Wright. And some smiles on the sideline despite being down by 2 scores. And that's what happens when your defense puts up a shutout. Almost here in this second half have allowed just 3 points. First down and 10 for Clark Atlanta. The opportunity looming to draw a little closer against Bethune-Cookman. Martin goes into the formation. Wright throws towards the end zone. Armon Harris with an amazing grab. Touchdown, Clark Atlanta.
James, I'll tell you what, that is what Coach Keaton had told us about. He said, what I love is many things, but Armon Harris has this ability when he goes up in the air to twist, adjust, and make great grabs, and that's exactly what it was. He and Wright just can put it in overdrive and automatic. He knew where he needed to put that to get it away from the defense, and Armon Harris, watch this fire, the twist. He had to come back for it, nails this, scoops it in. That is exactly what the doctor ordered. Right to Mr. Right now.
High pointing the ball. Andrew Volmar is put on a poster here as Armon Harris took this down.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense, number 7. The 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the succeeding kickoff.
Extra point upcoming. And after no catches in the first half, Armon Harris has 2 touchdown receptions here in this second half. And it's just a 1-score game in Daytona. Kick is up, and it is good. And we have a ball game, family.
Oh, these brothers have been playing since Pee-wee days, and look, this is what the magic is all about. Very quiet first half. Second half, though, yeah, lots to dance about, lots to groove about. Wright knows how to find his man. This is a great route, too. He breaks free, a little underthrown, but again, the rise, the twist, the grab, the dance, that is money in the bank. Look at that scoreboard, 34-28. Right back in it, $1:30 left in this third quarter. James Hadnot, we got a ball game.
When David Wright finds himself down, that's when he dials in. And the man that's on the other line, usually making that connection, is Armon Harris. Back-to-back scoring drives of more than 95 yards. They went 98, then they just went 99 to make this a 1-score game. There was the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the extra point, and so it's administered here on the kickoff. But I think the coaching staff is going to be okay with that for now, as the team is excited about what is on the horizon. Darnell Dees quickly switches off to the left side, but they kick it to the middle, so it's Courtney Reese once again. Reese right through the middle, stays on his feet, and he's slung down near midfield. Tackle made by Allen Riggins. What a moment now for this Clark Atlanta defense. Can they find another stop and make this really interesting? There's the day for Armand Harris. 3 receptions, 2 touchdowns, also has a passing touchdown, so he might jaw with his buddy David Wright about who's having a better day.
You know, that's when you go back with your boys back in the day, back to your hometown of Tampa Bay, Florida. That's what keeps these guys juiced up, that internal competition, but they are lightning together.
Ransom on play action. Nowhere to go, so he has to scurry away from trouble. Unloads off the right side. Has a man. Woo. And Courtney Reese out of the backfield finds some space for a big first down.
That is called patience. That is called active legs. Cameron Ransom in all kinds of trouble. He tried to go deep and unload, scrambles back to his right, dumps it out to his wide open receiver. Big chunk driving hard.
In the red zone now are the Wildcats. Ransom to throw. His tight end was falling, and so the ball falls incomplete, second down.
That is a tough one. Ransom actually kind of fumbled the snap, but was able to recover. But unfortunately, his big man gets tied up out there, and he came limping off the field right next to me here. Looks like he might have twisted something up, and that's when he went down, lost his footing. Big Velez took a little hard fall on that one.
Cameron Ransom, more than 400 yards of total offense today.
Fire.
Has a second down and 10 to deal with. Facing pressure. Wow. Ball's in the air.
Ooh.
And just through the arms of Brandon Gibbons. Ball falls incomplete, third down.
James, I can tell you with the game Cameron Ransom's having, he can do it all. But on something like this, that is when coaches will scream, eat the ball, swallow it. That was almost a gift to give away their drive here to put this one up by 2 touchdowns. He caught a big break. He's been on fire, though. He's feeling the groove.
A field goal makes it 2 possessions, so that's the key here. Don't give up points. There's some confusion. Play clock's going under 10, so still plenty of time. Ransom has it. Going towards the end zone. A one-handed catch is unsuccessful. Just enough defense by DeLille Wilkins. 4th down.
Malik Huggins was out there one-on-one. Had his man, had a half a step. The ball was there. Almost made the circus catch. I got to tell you, Ransom put this one on a dime. Beautiful pass. Almost the circus grab. Excellent attempt. They're going to have to settle for 3, but that was exciting, even though it was an incomplete pass.
Long field goal attempt of 37 yards. Ball is down, kick is up, and it is good. And a successful drive to make it a 2-score game for Bethune-Cookman as they can breathe a sigh of relief. But the Panthers are still barreling down as we wind down this third quarter. Everything's still out in front of us, and we still have a whole quarter to go, John.
James, you nailed it, though. That is big for BCU, at least getting those 3 points, because, again, then it's not a 1-score game. They got to at least get 2 scores to win this ball game, so they will take that. They would have preferred a touchdown, but at this point in the game, with the way especially that Clark Atlanta is starting to wake up, they've got to be happy getting out there with any points, because that toss, that Ransom one under pressure could have cost them dearly, so the 3 points probably feels like an early Christmas present.
Take a look at the quarterbacks, and both are having a pretty good day. You see Cameron Ransom, 3 touchdown passes. David Wright matching that with 3 of his own. Ransom has a rushing touchdown as well. And Bethune currently clinging to a 9-point game. Jamal Jones, the Armwood High School graduate from Tampa, Florida, back to receive. Ball is in the air. Jones,
he's coming out.
Take it out of the end zone. Jones past the 20, and he's pushed out at the 27. 16 seconds remaining. Buckle up as we prepare for this fourth quarter. 16 seconds left in this third.
James, we got a great shootout going on here. And earlier in the year, you got to see David Wright lighten it up. Now I'm impressed seeing this magic up close and personal. Both quarterbacks finding a zone, finding a groove. So the scoreboard shows 37-28. Lighten it up for us. Everybody at home probably enjoying this ride as well. We'll see this one going down to a fourth quarter and a big finish.
Panthers running this play before the third quarter comes to a close. It's a handoff to David Martin. And Martin is hit after really no gain. And the clock will run to zeros in the third. Well, we talked about things moving rather quickly 5 miles from Daytona International Speedway, but the real race is to the end as we are at the fourth quarter.
So it's going to come down to this. Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute. There's a flag on the play.
I want you to imagine waking up tomorrow. How do you feel? No, how do you want to feel?
A new head coach.
Make it about us. We beat the odds.
And her new assistant.
Hey, Google, find me an alternate route because you decide the outcome.
And a must-win game.
No, we decide the outcome.
And the vision and a car that always delivers.
Bring it in! I want you to imagine waking up tomorrow.
The all-new 2025 Equinox and Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
HBCU Go Sports, providing fans with unparalleled access to all the sounds, flavor, and pageantry of historically black colleges and universities, bringing you up close to the exciting action, athleticism, and passion on the field. HBCU Go Football returns this Saturday on HBCU Go Sports. The Alabama State Hornets take on the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats, Saturday, September 28th, 3-2 Central on HBCUGO.tv.
HBCU Go is bringing you the best black college sports right to your home or mobile device. A celebration of black culture and excellence from HBCUs. We showcase compelling original programs that honor the rich legacy and tradition of HBCUs across the country. Download our apps on Apple, Roku, and Amazon Fire for the full HBCU Go experience. And join us as we amplify black excellence.
Coach, you knew that this was going to be a hard fight. These Panthers are not going away. They cut it to a 2-score game. What's your message to your team for the final quarter?
Just got to finish. I mean, that's everything we do. Alignment, assignment, technique, fundamentals, and finishing the play. If you do those things, the coordination of the player end up being a positive.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Coach, and good luck in the fourth quarter.
You just saw Clark Atlanta outscoring Bethune-Cookman 14-3 in that third quarter. That's what's allowed them to cut into this deficit. They were down 28-7 after the first quarter, but they are right in the thick of things right now. David Wright on play action, rolling to his right, has his man Armand Harris for a first down. He's thrown down. A humongous tackle made by Matthew McKenzie, but not before gaining a first down.
McKenzie, a punishing finish there, but as you say, they got the yardage, and it's almost like they were saving Armand Harris for the second half because he woke up and has been exploding. So that magic starting to be contagious. Their offense following the lead of Wright to Harris, they're really perking up and making this a tight ball game.
4 catches, more than 40 yards receiving, and 2 receiving touchdowns for Armand Harris. Another handoff. This is Pender And right up the middle, gains good yardage. And just these small rushing plays, they tend to soften the defense, and that's what Clark is looking for right now.
Yeah, James, you're exactly right. These little nibbles, the little bite-sized chunks here and there, then sets up their big chunks they can do through the air. So again, just enough to keep them honest. They're not trying to punish them on the ground, just trying to keep them a little bit guessing.
Second down and manageable. Right. Some time. And McKenzie got a hand to that. Flag comes in behind the play as he was defending Jamal Jones, and McKenzie might be the guilty party again.
He might be. He was right place, right time, but might have gained a little body contact there. But oftentimes the defender has a right to the ball as well.
Pass interference. Defense, number 27.
There it
the
is.
ball be placed in spot and foul. Automatic first down.
Clark Atlanta to end the third quarter as we see the hold as Jones was trying to make the catch. But Clark Atlanta to end the third quarter had a scoring drive of 98 yards and followed that up with a scoring drive of 99 yards. So they can do it the hard way. They're always good with the help on the penalties. This is a handoff. Pender brought down for a minimal gain, maybe one, as Malik Stinnett made the tackle.
James, you nailed it. They have gotten some help, the Panthers, on some penalties, but the key then is taking advantage of it, and to go 98 yards and 99 yards, they are capitalizing on that, and then you still have to have the horses, the talent to do it, and we know this team likes to light it up and can ride with the wind.
Since the first quarter, Wright has been money. Now under pressure,
ball's
fumbles
loose.
the ball. It looks like Clark might have got back on it. Just as we speak glowingly about Wright, who does have the one interception on the day, ball pops loose, and it'll be third down and long. Panthers do retain possession.
Ooh, caught a big break there. Big bodies down there fighting for that ball. It came loose, but again, the pressure that Clark, or I should say Wright, has had to battle all day today. That time he got swatted from behind. Ball comes loose. That's just, again, that's a job hazard right there. Sometimes when you're moving, you're running with the ball. When you're blind to a defender coming up, they have the advantage of slapping at the ball when you don't even see him. It's like just getting snuck in the dark.
Jefferson LaFontaine forced the fumble. It's third down and 12. Only 4 rushing, so Wright tries to get out of harm's way, but he cannot. It's LaFontaine again. Forced the fumble. Now Jefferson LaFontaine has a sack.
Big 9-2 up in his grill, makes him pay, and he gets a chance to single-handedly shut this down. It looked like for a second Wright was going to try to unload it, pulled it back in, and he got slammed down for the huge loss. That is BCU standing strong when they needed it, coming up for a big, big stop.
Second sack of the season for the North Miami, Florida native. And this ball is
almost
in the
over his head again.
Punt is completed, although it was an adventure. And D's kinds of take it.
I'm not sure why he decided to just... That was crazy.
And now some pushing and shoving as the play comes to a close. Cabrera, the hero right now, as he just got this off. Talk about under duress. Bethune back on the ball.
The truth is, HBCU Go football does it big.
Big go! Zone touchdown!
Big time catches. Wow! Big hits.
That's how we do it, son! Go get some!
And big moments.
On his way! Touchdown, no flags!
This fall, here, baby. Go big or go home.
That's what I tell y'all.
Watch on HBCUGO.tv.
Climate science, sustainable solutions, Earth champions. Check us out on Pattern, misspelled on purpose. If you don't know, now you know.
New on the Gria, masters of the game.
How did you move so fast in terms of learning what comedy is? Because it takes years and years for comics to get seasoned, and you move very rapidly.
I think all the years I wasn't doing it, I was subconsciously studying it.
Okay.
So I understood it as a mechanism and a device. I didn't necessarily understand how I fit into the mechanism of the device, but I got what it was. And then I was very sure of my voice.
Sit down one-on-one with black people who dominate the game.
Because I was older. And, you know, a lot of times, those years that they tell you take to find your voice, we're talking about kids. People start at 19. It takes them 10 years to just figure themselves out. By that time, I had gone through the fire, and I'm pretty sure about myself, what I think, my POV, how I feel about things, and it's pretty unwavering at this point.
Right here on the Gria. Check your local listings.
Bethune-Cookman in front, 37-28, back on the ball, trying to push out their lead. Clark Atlanta has made some big plays defensively. They have some key transfers, and Laurencia Moden has more on that.
Yeah, you guys, you know, we are seeing the Panthers showing a lot of grit. They are not giving up, and a lot of that is because Coach Keaton was able to bring 16 players from Allen University, where he used to coach. Now, interestingly enough, he only asked 2 players to come with him. The other players decided to come because they truly believe in what Coach Keaton is building here at Clark and believes it's a testament to the relationships and the recruiting that he was able to do, and we're seeing it really play out on the field.
Yeah, Artelius Edmond, who just made that bat down. His brother, Artaven Edmond, was at Allen, and that's how he got here to Clark Atlanta. So not even just the transfers from Allen, but also their connections helping this Panthers defense here in this fourth quarter. Ransom, free play, back shoulder, brought in by Kobe Stewart, and he picks up the first down. There is a flag on the play. Coach Raymond Woody is pointing towards Clark Atlanta, believes his team will have this reception. We'll still have to wait and see.
Yeah, James, that's what coaches do. They try to influence the stripes to try to say, let me tell you how I see it.
Still a conversation.
Yeah.
Referee Eric Blunston about to give us the call.
Really, really nice connection there on that pass and catch.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both by the defense. Offside, defense number 90, that penalty is declined. Pass interference, defense number 33, that penalty is declined. The result of the play is a first down.
Well, here it is. You see the free play on the right side of your screen. And so Ransom knew it immediately, let it fly. And now he has a career-high 345 passing yards going to the air again. Ransom under pressure, and he's going down. Solomon Mosley with the sack.
Mosley all up in his grill. I'll tell you, that's a tough position for Cameron Ransom right there. He was trying to work his way out. It was like fighting and boxing inside of a phone booth, and he just didn't have any room to move. That pressure again on the front line, coming up there, jamming him up, making it impossible to do anything. So the defense by the Panthers this quarter really coming through. They batted one down, jamming in there on Ransom. This is what they need, another stop so they can take it the other way.
Second down and long. Second down and 17. Ransom, quick throw, caught, and an excellent tackle just in the open field. Marcus Anderson bringing down the tight end, Thomas Nance. And Anderson, after making that tackle, got the worst of it.
Yeah, that was a big hit, upending the receiver, but you're right. Sometimes when you dish out a hit, it can knock you down.
Media timeout.
Marcus Anderson receiving medical attention. We're going to take a break. Be back in a moment.
If If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. And get access to over 1,300 airport lounges where you just check in and chill out. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
All right, let's run that again.
Geico has fast fare claims 24/7 right on the Geico app.
To file a claim, just tap.
Just tap right here to upload pictures, customer.
Try getting on a first name basis.
Sure. Vicky.
To track your status, just click. Super easy.
They're connecting with the mannequins.
You're doing great, everyone.
Ooh, you're a pro.
Scroll, tap, scroll. Ouch! Oh, I'm cramping.
Yeah, we've all been there.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
I overdid it. Like a showboat, I just overdid it.
HBCU Go Sports, providing fans with unparalleled access to all the sounds, flavor, and pageantry of historically black colleges and universities, bringing you up close to the exciting action, athleticism, and passion on the field. HBCU Go Football returns this Saturday on HBCU Go Sports. The Alabama State Hornets take on the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats, Saturday, September 28th, 3/2 Central, on HBCUGO.tv.
HBCU Go is bringing you the best black college sports right to your home or mobile device. A celebration of black culture and excellence from HBCUs. We showcase compelling original programs that honor the rich legacy and tradition of HBCUs across the country. Download our apps on Apple, Roku, and Amazon Fire for the full HBCU Go experience. And join us as we amplify black excellence.
Today's Sports Scholar athlete for Clark Atlanta, number 91 on the defensive line, Jaden Cleveland, a freshman majoring in psychology. He's from Montgomery, Alabama, where he graduated from Park Crossing High School, where, like Ford, he was built proud. Big moment for the defense and his brothers on the field. It's second down, now third down and 8. Cameron Ransom throws out of bounds. Pressure got to him. Omarion Rogers was there. And now it's fourth down. Ransom is staying on the field. And this is a big decision for Coach Woody. And it looks like the Wildcats are going.
Remember, we saw it in the first half. Ransom wanted to stay on the field. They ended up settling for the field goal. And Ransom, he was not happy. So this time, the big QB saying, let's stay on the field. Let me show this team how we rock. Looks like he's taking charge, too. Let's audible this bad boy. Take a look at that defense.
A lot of pressure on the line. Ransom throws. And gang tackle made by the Panthers. Jostine Clark made the tackle. Jostine Clark made the catch, but 2 Panthers were there for the tackle, and that is fourth down, a turnover on downs.
James, really interesting call on that. I'm sure he had multiple receivers, but he picked out a guy that didn't even run a pattern that was deep enough to get a first down. So even though he made the catch, he was under pressure, taken down immediately. So it was not really set up to get enough yardage from the moment he let go of that football. And now they take over. The Panthers. David Wright at the call, looking to bring this team back, driving them again. We know he can air it out.
Man coverage, bump and run at the bottom of your screen. Ronnie West is isolated for Clark. Wright
looks right to,
miscue on the throw. Picks up his fumble, and his hands might be slippery. Coach Keaton told us at practice that he has very sweaty hands. Joked that he might get him a glove, and he hasn't needed it today, but this, as you can see, it just slips out.
Yeah, butterfingers on that one. That's unfortunate. I think you're probably right, James. When it's hot like this, whether it's from the heat, you're sweating, whether it's from you drinking water and it's all over the place, it's tough. So that one, the first time we've seen that all game, but that hurts, especially deep in your own territory.
So even though he makes the catch on his own throw, it's second down and 19. This time Wright will escape, and he's upended. Another
they
excellent
are bringing it.
That was made by Elike Brown. And now another big moment defensively for the Wildcats.
We talked about it earlier, James. You can feel that shift now going back to the BCU side. Energy from their defense right now. This is a big, big play for both teams deep in their territory. Can Wright come up with the magic one more time, or will that D snuff this thing out? Huge, crucial play.
From the Panthers 22, Wright trying to find some space in the pocket, unloads to an open man and just getting a hand on it. When you talk about coming back defensively, it was just so well done, and Wildcats get the stop.
Well, ultimately, Wright fires it out to the right side of the field, but I can tell you he was winding up, wanted to go deep for Armand Harris, his homeboy from Tampa, had him a couple of steps, but he was in that pocket, got pressure, had to scramble out, and then had to go to a secondary receiver. But had he had a half second longer, he might have fired that one deep and connected with Harris.
Yeah, Malik Stinnett is the one that dropped back in defensive coverage to take away that opening. Cabrera with a clean grab, punts it away. Right up the middle, Bethune fumbles the ball. Wow.
Another wild happening in a wild ball game, James, had not.
So Seth Brooks forces the fumble, and when you can complete the punt, good things happen for Clark.
Exactly. Their first line of order is getting it to the kicker. Now they had a chance to cover it. The strip, the recovery, they are right back in action. This one going down to the finish. Loving every minute of it. Right. One more chance to get it right to take his team down.
We talked about them being Panthers. Are they on their 8th life now?
Hey, the fact they're still alive, they're loving it. They've got oxygen in their lungs, and also a chance now to make this a 3-point game, but they've got to continue connecting, stop the big guys up front.
David Martin shimmying behind the line, dives forward for about 4. Martin on the day has been key for David Wright, whether it be out of the backfield, making catches, taking advantage of third down opportunities. It's 2nd down and 7 officially.
Yeah, head coach Teddy Keaton and his offensive coordinator Marvin Cunningham, they have all kinds of faith and trust in David Wright. He's making them proud, and he's a guy that knows how to come back.
Martin gets it again, and David Martin bursts up the middle for a key first down.
David Martin, he's been a go-to guy on the ground. He's been a go-to guy in the air. On this one, he gets it deep, takes it low and hard, driving, and they are out of that danger zone territory, driving towards the other side of the field. Great connect, but great game by David Martin.
11-yard rush for Martin for the first down pickup. Martin pointing to the sideline. Wright has the call at the QB position. Flips the ball. Throws. Caught by Jones. And Jamal Jones carrying a defender into the red zone.
James, this is what we've been talking about. David Wright, cool under pressure, and he understands what is required for his team to come back. Take charge type guy. Frozen rope out there. Pulls it in. Jamal Jones, he's having a big day too. So they're getting big plays when they need it, keeping very much the Panthers in this ball game, trying to strike again.
Jones goes over 100 yards with that grab. Now Elijah Crockett, who's on the sidelines watching David Martin take the ball through tackles. Bethune-Cookman has a man down, and the moment is now for Clark Atlanta as they are moving within the red zone. Jefferson Lafont gets up on his own power to come to the sideline. It's 2nd down and 4.
James, Clark Atlanta University known for their air raid, but when they've needed it today in the clutch, they're getting that power ground game just like that.
Quick throw, caught by Armand Harris, and he is flipped. 2 men there. Malik Stinnett started things defensively, but the chains will
James, that was right in front of me, about 8 yards away from me. That was like a WWE power drive. But the good news for the Panthers, they don't care how you finished it. They got the yards. They got the first down. They've got end zone in their eyes.
First down and goal. We go under 5 minutes on this snap. Ball at the 9. You hear Wright making the call. He rolls to the right, finds West, and he is blasted. Raymond Woody III, the FSU transfer, with the tackle.
Yeah, he's making Big Papa proud on that one. He snipped it out. Man in motion. He came up, read this one, and made the stick. Look at this hit. Drives him to the ground, almost knocked the ball loose. Great stop.
Making Dad proud. The former 4-star recruit was the number 9 safety coming out of high school. Now graduate student here at Bethune-Cookman. On second down and goal. Right, looking for Harris.
Got him.
Yes, sir. Touchdown. Clark Atlanta.
Uh-oh. I can tell you on that one, great catch by Armon Harris, makes the touchdown. Unfortunately, he jumped up, was right in the defender's face, talking smack. The flags came flying. Not the way you want to finish a touchdown drive.
Let's take a look at it again. You knew he was looking for his best bud, and Armon Harris made the grab and scored the touchdown. But you mentioned it, John. Teddy Keaton, not pleased, does not have a look on his face of happiness despite scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, he's not happy because he's about discipline, too. He's a real military systems guy, and discipline is a big part of that. That, I understand emotion is running high, but when you cost your team yards on penalties, that is a deal breaker. Coach Keaton not having any of that. The upside for them, they are right back in this one. They put this one through, and they are going to be able to.
Conduct, offense on numbers 1 and number 3. That is both players' first unsportsmanlike conduct foul as it relates to potential disqualification. 15-yard penalty.
Got to be smart. I love aggressive. Got to be smart. Don't make decisions that are going to hurt you.
The 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
Yeah.
And that is key. We'll take a look at it again. Armon Harris is looking at him, and then David Wright has something to say as well. And you know, two peas in a pod even when
that's
they make
right.
a mistake.
Both representing Tampa Bay. I can tell you, though, you know, that's what this football is all about. Energy, excitement, aggression, and you just got to find that right balance. But what they did right to Harris is score that touchdown. So, again, reel back to John. Focus on the football. Try to get out of town with a W. They're in position to make this happen. They kick this one through. 2-point ball game, wide open.
This is a smart decision by Coach Woody. He's trying to see if he was going to take it on the kickoff or not. And Eric Blunston talking through everything. It will be on the kickoff. And Leonardo Cabrera trying to make this a 2-point game.
It's an important kick.
Ball is down, kick is up, and it's
money.
Good. What a moment we have.
Media timeout.
David Wright, another dime to Armon Harris, and it's a 2-point game here in Daytona. Stick with us.
We have officially had landfall now of Hurricane Ian.
It's nothing like any other hurricane we ever have been through.
We're the Bostons.
We're here to help rebuild some of these homes.
We only allow ourselves 5 days per home.
So it's time for our crew to move on in, and we're going to ask you to head on out.
Now it's time to go inside.
Ooh, Lord have man. That's so amazing.
Now that's a fast home rescue.
Direct.
Don't you ever look up at the sky and roll your eyes. You hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
realistic.
I will maybe have a tendency to
spend too
overindulge.
much and won't be able to pay your rent. That's the problem.
He holds the line.
I resent it, and I resent you for doing it.
Powerful.
I don't know where you've been, but you're going to respect this courtroom. I'm going to throw you out real quick.
Mathis Court is in session. Check your local listings for times and channel.
Sabemos lo importante que es tu día.
Muy buenas, soy el meteorólogo Alvar Martínez. Bienvenidos.
The Weather Channel en español te mantiene informado con pronósticos, noticias del clima y cómo el tiempo afectará tu día. Ahora con más información en vivo y con las últimas noticias, estarás más preparado que nunca. The Weather Channel en español, tu lugar de confianza para el pronóstico del tiempo.
Catch all the laughs here on the Griot Classics. The Jeffersons.
Oh, hi.
Sanford and Son.
You big dummy.
Different Strokes.
What you talking about, Wiz?
The Cosby Show.
Absolutely.
227.
Mary.
Good Times.
Dynamite.
Old friends. Lots of laughs.
I think we died and went to heaven.
So watch The Griot for timeless comedy. Check local listings.
HBCU Go Sports Football is brought to you by Jeep. There's only one. A beautiful shoreline here in Daytona Beach, and we've had a beautiful game this afternoon. 37-35. Bethune-Cookman is in front, but down on the sidelines, Laurentia Moten and John Kelly, I know it might be a little tense down there.
But you know what? We love it. It's a beautiful day at the beach, beautiful day for football. Laurentia, we've talked about it. It's a 2-point game. That's because Clark Atlanta has managed to come back, led by a couple of key players. Coach Keaton wanted to make sure he had on this team David Wright and Armon Harris. It's been fun to watch.
You have hit it on the nose, John. I mean, Coach Keaton talked about it's not about just changing the players, but changing the mindset, right? And we're seeing that. These Panthers are not giving up from start to finish. And we have a 3-point game on our hands.
It's exciting. So what they're showing is this team never dies. They are out here. They look like in that first half they were out of this thing. All of a sudden they light it up. Must have been a great halftime speech. And you know what? Coach Keaton, this is what he thrives on. He loves to have a challenge. He loves to have a guy like David Wright working it for him.
Definitely. You know, Coach Keaton told us earlier this week that the theme for this season is one day at a time, and we're seeing that.
Okay.
10-yard penalty for the spot of the foul. First down.
Going one day at a time is what the theme for this season has been for the Panthers, and we're seeing that one day at a time, one play at a time, and they're inching back.
That's right. He's talked to them about that mental wellness, as you pointed out, bringing in different gurus to work with these guys to get them spiritually right. They're proving they're physically right, too. So this has been fun, and this is the kind of game for a Division II team that can turn it around. So I'm cheering for what these guys do off the field because they're making it magic. They're doing it on the field as well.
Definitely. You hit it on the nose. You know, coming in as the underdogs, going against a D1 program is not easy, but they're doing it.
All right, well, let's send it back up to James Hadnot to call the action. We got a wild one. 4 minutes to go, James.
Cameron Ransom has had a great day. Courtney Reese on the rush right up the middle. This is quintessential 4-minute offense right now for Bethune-Cookman as they try to continue to cling on to this lead. You guys mentioned down there about the mental stability and what Coach Keaton wants to do in trying to change this program. Hashtag be the reason is the slogan for Clark Atlanta, and they want to be the reason why people are coming to games while they're watching Clark Atlanta, and this defense has allowed.
I like that a lot. I like that a lot. With 3:30 left, too, one of the keys for the Wildcats here, let's take our sweet time. Let that clock run. They want to bleed this thing out and not give the ball back.
Ransom will throw, has a man, and that's going to be a first down. Thomas Lance, the Tennessee State transfer, takes it into Panthers territory. Tick, tick, tick on the clock as Eric Searcy makes the grab.
And this is where that Panther defense, they've done a nice job of stepping up strong in this second half. They need a stop here because otherwise they can just take that clock right off the board, take this victory home, get out of here with a 2-point win. But CAU still has a chance. They shut them down. They know they get the ball in their hands of Mr. Wright. Anything is possible. All they need is 3 points to win this thing.
So this should be the last play before the 2-minute timeout. depending on if Bethune-Cookman decides to put the ball in the air. 2 seconds on the play clock. Ball is snapped. It's a rush, and the Panthers are there defensively. An avalanche of white jerseys, a loss on the play.
Bethune-Cookman in no hurry at all. They're going to be just kind of...
This is a 30-second timeout.
That will stop the clock.
And I love that timeout. Smart. Because you get the 2-minute timeout, they're behind the chains, and you put the onus on Bethune-Cookman to make a decision if they're going to put the ball in the air.
Yeah, that's a great call. I'm telling you, they really thought that through. Teddy Keaton knows he gets the double dip here. So they don't just let that clock stand by idly run away from them. And this is the chance now, as you mentioned, James. BCU, they've got to make decisions. We either come up with a big play, get a first down, or we may be forced to punt this thing away. So good strategy, good gamesmanship by the Panthers and head coach Teddy Keaton. We'll see if they can get that defensive surge. They've been playing great all second half. Would not surprise me if they get a chance for one more sniff to put it down for more points on the board.
And you talk about Coach Keaton, Coach L.C. Cole, the defensive coordinator, the brain trust that goes back a long time. You mentioned, I'm not going to put his age out there like you did, but...
my bad.
But
I'm getting old, so I guess I just bring in people for the party.
And I'm a little young, so that's why I guess I'm trying to keep my age calm. But
I'll tell you what, L.C. Cole still looks like he can play. Dude's in better shape than most 30-year-olds. Most mere mortals wish they looked like him.
It's 2nd down and 11 now. Key moment for the Wildcats. Will they put the ball in the air? Ransom will throw. Caught. Pushed out of bounds. Clock will run. And it's short of the first down marker.
Huge 3rd down for both the offense and the defense right now. So they're about, 3 yards short of that first down. 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Getting set to hit that 2-minute mark.
We have arrived at the 2-minute timeout.
This is the 2-minute timeout.
I think it's the white flag that they wave now. We're almost ready for the final lap here in Daytona.
So, what did you think of the pitch I emailed you?
Yes, the one that you emailed me. I remember. The Pitch of Dog Days. What a title. Here we are. Very Victorian, which I loved. Unique relationship is formed. I love unique relationships.
With a twist.
I know, because I read it.
Great. I'm going to tell them you're interested.
It's not just about how you get there, but what you make happen along the way. Introducing the 2024 F-150. A tradition of excellence, where strength and adaptability meet. Your journey, your legacy to define. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
HBCU Go Sports, providing fans with unparalleled access to all the sounds, flavor, and pageantry of historically black colleges and universities. Bringing you up close to the exciting action, athleticism, and passion on the field. HBCU Go football returns this Saturday on HBCU Go Sports. The Alabama State Hornets take on the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats Saturday, September 28th, 3/2 Central on HBCUGO.tv.
Questions, government. This is gonna hurt.
Hold them as long as you can.
You're a deer in the jungle here, my boy.
Join in on the action. Watch free on Local Now.
Well, John, this is where coaches make their money. These play calls, big-time 3rd down, Bethune-Cookman on offense trying to ice this game.
That is right. You earn your cash here. Then you need a little help from your players, too. So even with the perfect play, they still have to execute. They need it right now from Cameron Ransom.
On 3rd down and 3 to the air, Ransom
down by the jersey.
Still And now he's going to go down. Eric Searcy with the sack.
Flags everywhere.
There was a flag, but it looked like it was going to be holding.
Right.
And this might mean the Panthers will get the ball back.
I'll give Ransom big credit. He was grinding, fighting for his life, trying to stay alive, almost shook free, but great pressure by the defense. As you say, James, if they can force fourth down right now in a punt, there's plenty of time for this air raid offense from Clark Atlanta University to light it up. Mr. David Wright at the controls. He says, man, 151 all day.
And you go back to the decision.
Holding. Offense, number 50. The penalty is declined. Fourth down.
And when you see Eric Searcy just rushing right up the middle, was not going to be denied. And then he got Ransom down. Just a humongous defensive stop.
James, that is called passion. That is called perseverance. That is being relentless. The defense rising to the occasion. Their offense has gotten them back in it. They've been the strong 1-2 punch on the other side. Big D, big stop.
Anthony Frederick has been fantastic today. He's had Clark Atlanta start drives at the 2 and at the 1. Only bad part is Clark Atlanta scored on both of those drives. Frederick puts it in the air. Jones looking up. This ball bounces, and did he do it a third time? Oh, my. Who says special teams aren't important? It's like a spare tire. You only need it when you need it.
And it can be a lifesaver, James. I'm telling you, the big toe, the big foot, the magic touch. That anybody who's ever kicked a ball, just trying to kick it and get it solid is hard. To be able to, with that precision, put it right down by the pylon, especially with under 2 minutes to go, clinging to a 2-point lead. That is money.
Good thing for Clark Atlanta, they've done this before.
Easy money, right?
At the end of the third quarter, they had 2 drives of more than 90 yards. Now they got to go 99 for the W. 1:41 to play here in Daytona.
Go.
Handoff to start the drive. It's Trayvon Pender, and he's taking defenders towards the 10. Clock continues to turn.
And James, they know how to churn it out and get big yardage, go the length of the field. And this has been kind of their game plan. Get a run or two in to set it up, and then they go to work. Precision like a surgeon. Let Mr. Wright work it. Let him carve up the defense. Find his receivers. Harris, Jones, everybody. Let's make it happen.
A lot of time there. Getting the right players in from the pistol on 2nd down and 2. It's another handoff.
Got some
and
room.
David Martin had his face mask pulled, and he still finds a way to make it towards the 30.
Yeah, see, big run, big penalty, big tack on to that one. This is how they're going to bust this thing open. They're really finding ways to hurt that defense on this final drive. But that penalty, it was inadvertent, but it's still going to cost them.
There's no foul for face mask.
Okay.
So the face mask penalty that we thought is not going to be administered.
Well, they picked up their flag.
Let's take a look at this again.
The hand slides across, so again, it still could be called. There's intentional and there's flagrant. That he got his face mask, but up to the stripes.
So just a 17-yard gain. Clock runs under a minute. Wright has to throw quickly and
smothered.
Jamal Jones was the intended target. He was hit by Oran Patu. Clock stops on the incompletion. 2nd down.
So this is where defense earns its money. You talked about the coaches and strategy. Backs against the wall, holding on to a 2-point lead. 2nd down, this is where you want to step up and knock the teeth out of somebody.
2 timeouts for Clark Atlanta means the entire field is open. David Martin at running back has been huge today for the Panthers. Wright pointing forward, goes deep, falls out of bounds. Was looking for Jamal Jones. Antoine Watts, who has a pick on the day, was in coverage.
Yeah, Jamal Jones all day long. He has been a good go-to, and he's made some magic happen today. Not on that one. And Wright was trying to direct some traffic, looking to make something play as the time continues to run out. They're facing a tough one here, deep in their own territory, 3rd down and 10. They've got to run a pattern. Someone's got to get out there to 10.5, 11 yards deep and make that connect.
You see he's looking at Harris. They usually have conversations before making plays. On 3rd down and 10, Wright scoots out of the pocket, thought about going deep, then brought down from behind. Big tackle by Jeremy Greaves Jr. Clark will call a timeout to conserve these precious seconds, and will go for it on 4th down.
Clark Atlanta University. That's their second charge timeout of the half. It'll be a 30-second timeout link.
Credit the BCU defense for getting through and forcing Wright to dance all over the place, never getting a chance to set his feet and find a first or second receiver. So he's checking down and just had to throw that one out of bounds.
With the timeout, it's 4th down and 5. Clark Atlanta 0 for 1 on 4th down today. But don't necessarily need a big play with 33 seconds and the clock stopping on a 1st down. Just need to get the 1st down to continue the drive.
That's exactly right. Right now, you don't want to be greedy and try for something crazy, a Hail Mary like the game's on the line with the final play. Be smart, get the 1st down, move the chains, and then hurry up and get this thing going. Well, if anybody can get it done with their bag of tricks and bag of receivers, they're going to find somebody at least get that distance.
Wright finds Jones. Jones breaks the tackle and gains the 1st down.
Give Jones double J big credit. Jamal Jones catches the ball, still has about 4 or 5 yards to go. He is able to slip free, work his way past that stick, driving, keeping this one alive. 1st down, let's go.
10 catches for more than 120 yards on the day. 1st down and 10 for Clark Atlanta. Ball at the 41. Right on the outside. Armand Harris. Incomplete. Ball hitting the turf.
It's on the far sideline where I'm at, James, and it looked like from where I was at, I thought he had it. It is close, right there in the basket. That one felt like money from here, but I'm not eagle-eyed, so that is an incomplete pass.
Clock stops at 21 seconds on the incompletion. Play clock running, about to go under 10. Don't want to burn your timeout here. Now the play clock reset by our referee, Eric Blunston. On 2nd down, Wright has some time, goes, and Ronnie West is blown up by Raymond Woody III.
Raymond Woody read this one like a center fielder. He zoned in and he came flying over. I will tell you, that is a big, big hit. Ronnie West just gets pummeled right in front of us, rolled by our feet. That was a great defensive play, a great read to snip that one out by Woody III.
Late flag, however. It's currently sitting at the 28-yard line in Bethune-Cookman territory. Ronnie West is walking off the field.
The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense, number 8, taunting. 15-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
Mental mistake again. That penalty could prove to be a dagger.
That is number 8's first unsportsmanlike conduct foul as it relates to potential disqualification.
Raymond Woody with a clean hit dislodging the ball, but Johnny Harris with the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. 15 yards, a 1st down for Clark Atlanta. 15 seconds remaining. 1 timeout for the Panthers.
They are keeping hope alive, avoiding flatliner status. The Panthers live to tell another play.
Target line is the 30. Ball sits at the 44. Throw to David Martin. And Martin
fighting to get out of bounds.
Gets out of bounds. Clock runs to 9 seconds.
I think, yeah, you're right. They may have to reset that. It looked like an extra second ticked off. A little home cooking.
Ball moves to the 38.
They are relentless, not about to give up, taking every little crack. You give them a little extra breath like that penalty. They're trying to make the BCU D pay.
Officials not adding that extra second, which could prove costly. It's 2nd down and 4, but really Clark Atlanta just trying to get to that target line and give them a chance.
Got to make a quick decision.
Right, pointing, throwing, diving catch. Can't be made by Delancey Tolliver. And with 3 seconds remaining, this ball might just have to go to the end zone.
Got to. They've got one last breath, one last hope. 3 seconds, that means only one play in this game for Clark Atlanta University. And they've got to dig down now. Let's see what we've drawn up at practice for these situations. Teams practice this. We used to run it all the time, end of the practice, send people deep, get down there, try to go for the Hail Mary. So they've got to fire it up and see if they can make magic happen. But they actually look like they're teeing up for the kick. Coach Keaton told us he thinks this guy can make it from 64 yards out. They're going to go ahead and kick it.
Timeout called on the field. And Clark Atlanta is going to take
timeout.
Their final timeout.
That's their last timeout of the half.
Yep.
30-second timeout in length.
Well, the final is still in doubt, but something that we do not doubt is the play of Cameron Ransom. And Ransom is today's player of the game, brought to you by Verizon.
Nearly 400 yards through the air. He did his part, did everything in his control. However, Clark Atlanta University relentless, refusing to die, and they have a chance. What's funny, Teddy Keaton talks about his big-footed kicker. He said, look, this guy, we've seen him at practice kick over 60 yards. I think this one's probably, around 58 yards out? They believe he can get it. We got a little side wind here coming in my face. They said 55 yards. Coach Keaton right now, he's told us this guy can get it done. Let's see if it's money time for the Bigfoot.
3 seconds remaining. Leonardo Cabrera will take one from 55 yards. Ball is down. Kick is up. Oh, my! It's Lord with the field goal. Final 38-37. Panthers with the upset.
Unbelievable finish. I can tell you it is madhouse out here, and they earned every second of this. Coach Keaton, he was not lying. That one had plenty of distance to finish it off. James Hadnot, what a finish at the closing seconds. Money in the bank.
Bang! Cabrera, clutch for Clark Atlanta.
He's a fight.
Wow, from 55 to take down Bethune-Cookman.
That is an NFL kick right there. I'm telling you, if they didn't know before, some NFL scouts are going to start calling Coach Keaton might lose his kicker.
Cabrera, cold-blooded. He watched it the entire way. And Clark now with 3 wins and no losses for the first time in 50 years. What a show. What a matchup. What a football game.
James, that is the never die attitude. Teddy Keaton in 4 games turning around what this team and culture is. The magic finish on the road against a D1 team. Lots to build on.
with John Kelly, Laurencia Moden, and this amazing HBCU Go crew. My name is James Hadnot. Thanks for watching the final. Clark Atlanta 38, Bethune-Cookman 37. Have a blessed evening.